Well, hopefully you guys are not watching the U.S. game anymore, but whatever. We had a little computer problems. JJ's computer's still having a problem apparently. So hopefully we get the game that you guys all enjoy. It is the guess the price of that collectible game. If he can't get back on, at least hopefully we can get it forwarded to us. Thank you, Wookie Fanatic, again for that. Also, apparently had a great week last week. Got a lot of good feedback on it. So you guys wanted to do later printing, so we decided to do that. And then I just added one, which is going to stink if JJ's not here, because I added one comic, because I know Dom doesn't ever check the links to look at the comics anyways. So I added one for him. We'll see how fast he ruins some of these comics.
Oh, yeah.
And then one at the end.
Hey. All right, don't knock me until you wait to see what I'm all about. Just give me some time.
Hey, it was almost tonight. Was almost going to be me and Dom by ourselves, and it would have been the best show ever. It would be the last show of all time.
Yeah,
it would have been great.
The internet would have broken. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about all that. I do know that I've known you for a long time, Dom. And the one thing I like about you is you're always the same, man. That's it. Like, consistency. We know what you're gonna do. Never a surprise. But yeah, so we got a couple of cool books to go over. We'll go over a couple other things. It was surprising. I think a lot of times when we have these, like, let's look at these prices and where are they now. We've talked about it along, just to get into it. We've talked about it for years now, obviously. And we were going through the times when we were telling people, hey, listen, the book prices are going to drop. And then we heard oh my God, these books will never be worth anything ever again. And we're like, just wait. And I think we're kind of there. Hey, Wookie, do we win? USA. All right, good. Nice dance. Wookie, could you just send that to one of us? If you need to know how, I guess we can send you out a link or something like that. But your slides have gotten... actually, maybe you shouldn't, because maybe you just sent a bug to JJ. I'm not quite sure. Either way. But yeah, so now it's kind of interesting looking back on some of these books, because it's interesting. Some of them are... it's a new story with a lot of these books, as you know. Right, Wee Seeker? I know you know. Dom doesn't know. Because Dom's still collecting like half. Dom
wants metal covers of.
Yeah,
dude, leave me alone, man.
He's gonna buy every single Boba Fett.
Any book that Dom buys is guaranteed to drop in value 1,000%.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, but let's get into. We have news too, and apparently it's some surprise about Mark Hamill, and Wayseeker was yelling at Dom while I was trying to fix everything up. Don't spoil it. Marco hasn't seen it. Don't spoil it. And Dom still proceeded to try to spoil it, but he never got to it. So we'll be able to do that. And Dom blessed us with some toys this week. So we'll cover all those things. But first, let's get into, should we do comics first or should we
do comics?
All right, let's do comics first. Let's do comics. This week, Legacy of Vader. They're literally, how long? 3 minutes in? That's not long enough. I'm trying to burn a little time so I can use some profanity. They are trying to turn Kylo Ren into not a complete clam.
The king
of Naboo.
Yeah, the clam. They're trying to make him not such a sweaty vajayjay. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't think it's working. This book was
oh yeah, you didn't do shout outs.
Oh shoot, I didn't say no, sorry.
Ruben called you out.
Ruben, Star Wars Sunday with the crew. If you need those laughs today, the Dark Side crew is always delivered. Ruben, I'm sorry, man. I had to be at class all day today for something. I'm trying to get a certain license, and yeah, I'm sorry. And then I had a 50th wedding anniversary.
And JJ's on his way, so
cool. GTK Comics, thumbs up high, thumbs up. Ambassadors, this is Dom's fake account. It says I love Dom. Yeah. We know that's not true.
Yes, it is, baby.
It's totally Dom.
It's Dom. This is Dom's. Hey, Dom, when you're gonna create a fake account, at least try to back it with something like.
Yo, that's not the fake account. That's the guys at my job, man. It's not me.
Mm-hmm. Hey, speaking of that, did you tell your boy at work that my son in the fishing derby got the largest 12 and a half inch rock bass, and they wouldn't give him the adult ward because it was $1,000? You should tell him.
You know what? I didn't get a chance. I barely see Frankie. I didn't see Frankie for a couple of days. I actually saw him today for the first time. Right. Tomorrow.
Talk to him. I want to talk to him too. Every fisherman I know is upset about it. Wookie Fanatic 19. Happy Sunday, Darksiders. Happy Sunday. No shout outs. Thank you. We got that. I messaged a link to you.
Yep.
Probably.
Okay. On his way, so
cool. He's on his way. Justin. Hey guys, still watching every Sunday, but today I got to watch. Oh, nice, Justin. Nice. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, appreciate it. Oh, there we go. We got Chico too. What's up, fellas? What's up, Chico? All right, so this let's get back to Legacy of Vader. Not a terrible book recently, but this one was just trash. Yes,
it was fine. I don't think it was trash. I think it was fine.
I don't mind them trying to save Kylo Ren, but like this was dumb.
Okay. It's better than what we've gotten lately.
Well, it's better than this, which was complete garbage. Wayseeker, please try to defend High Republic Adventures and tell me why for a year.
I actually thought Sav was decent in this book. Like,
first off, they didn't even show. Yeah, she's 9,000 now. The art's bad.
The art was horrible in this book.
Yeah, you had to read the book because if you didn't, you don't know what Sav was doing because she cut down like 100 Nile, and you wouldn't have known by the art.
Well, listen. No. Sometimes if the story is good, the artwork takes a back seat. You can let it pass. But if the artwork and the story sucks, the book is trash.
Dom, I'll tell you this:
brutal. She's such a good Jedi. Like they have really cool. Need to work on her character.
But tell me why in 10 months we all knew that this planet was not going to get destroyed. Tell me why we had to spend 10 to 11 months reading about how this planet didn't get destroyed because they needed to fucking have a wedding and then somebody had to make out and then some other garbage.
They told Daniel Jose Older, you need 24 comics on a kid's book. And he's just like, this is dumb.
Okay, fair.
Fair. What are you going to do?
Fair. Hey, last week we had some good stuff, Meyer. What are you talking about? And yes, there's something that Dom's going to get a half a Woody over. All right, so that was this week. Next week we get this
freaking Tales of the Jedi episode.
Hey, hold on, dude. I don't mind Yeddle, but like the good part about Yeddle is you only got bits and pieces of Yeddle. Does anybody really want 80 freaking like Yeddle stories?
But if I'm gonna get Yeddle, give me something new. They are just retelling her interaction with Dooku, which we saw in Tales of the Jedi, in a comic book.
What are you gonna do?
Why would you do that? Give me something new.
That 125 is atrocious. I don't think any. So those are the incentives, and these are the non-incentives. Dooku, I like that one. The Dooku looking creepy. Might actually buy that. The story sucks. FOC, fucking Star Wars: The High Republic. They've ran out of titles, so they're just calling this the finale. That's the name of the title. What garbage! It's almost as trashy as drinking tea on a Star Wars show on YouTube.
Right here. Yeah. And I got my teapot for you right here.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh my god.
But if Keely doesn't leave here, I'm done with Kevin. Like Kevin is. I've really enjoyed Kevin's writing. This comic is going nowhere, and his last couple books haven't been as good either. So, Kevin, you got one shot to fix this, and that's telling me why.
About the Lost 20. The Lost 20 is still not.
That's what we're saying. She better start. She better hit the Lost 20 in this last bit.
Yep, this is it. This is your last chance.
All right. Oh shoot, this dude, and holy, they haven't had this ugly art on Star Wars. Like, what happened to Skier here? This is
why you like the Cookie Monster,
dude. For real.
Hey, he backed out of returement for this cover. Like he just did retirement.
Why does the twin? One of the twins?
Yeah,
Morph. Why
that twin looks fun.
He looks like Uncle Fester or Morph from X-Men.
Dude, and how do you screw up Laura D? Look at her.
I know the back.
Oh
why is Cassie Andor in the back? Look at Cassie Andor.
Dude, and who's the Jesus wannabe dude in the background?
That's Cassie Andor.
Yeah, that's Cantum Sai. But
I know who it is.
I know.
Dude, and if you blow it up really good, there's just some blonde dude just in the background cheersing, just like some regular Joe Schmo. And this, hey, but Yoda's back at Yoda's head looks dope. What the hell is this garbage?
You know what Yoda's head looked like? It looked like a cantaloupe with ears.
I'm buying.
Candido's really a good artist, but I don't know what happened here. He's been on retirement. Maybe
this is one of those things that's so ugly you might have to pick it up dirt cheap, right?
No,
right? I'm gonna just
You get it for free, sure, but no, I can't pick it up.
The story might be good. It might be a good story.
The fuck. All right. We gotta get into let's get into the comic park. All right. Last week we did we do? Like Afro. We did Afro variants and like how some of them worked out. And we unfortunately showed like a third print or a fourth print for Afra, and that got
the third print.
We did third. So then people were like, dude, you should go. And Dom is always on this. Dude, do you know about the second print for this book? The third. So we decided this week, with the help of you people, and I did say you people, and Dom, that's the Domites. Is that what they're called? The Domites? Dom's fans?
What are your fans called, Dom?
The Dominites?
The Dominites.
The Dominites.
Dominites.
We decided to take a look at some of the later printings. This is what he always mentions because it's Legacy's third print, and it's got a certain character that he loves on it.
It's such a bad cover. I don't know why people like this one.
I actually don't hate this cover.
Adam Hughes, man. Adam Hughes covers always sell no matter what,
Meh.
Dom has said some pointed stuff there. You can't say meh. First off,
he's got good covers. He's had some bad covers too.
First off, hold on. First off, it's not complete goonery.
No, it's
okay?
not.
It's not. No, it's not. It's not Aaron Dito's or whatever. But
yeah, no, it's not like that Greg Land who just draws porno.
Kind of basic. I just think it could be more going on. I don't know.
I actually kind of like that though.
I like the white background.
How he cooked the characters actually gives depth.
And the gray.
I know you wouldn't understand this because you're drinking tea all day long and watching Blue Bears.
Look, but sometimes I like the gray border, the gray lettering, but also the background. You have
you just like it because it's a later print.
Well, you have Dark Talon.
Her red, you're ruining it.
I'm gonna say her red popping out, and the freaking crate and the dark.
It adds depth, right, Dom? How he said it looks like it's Yep. Thank you. Good. See, he understands. You, on the other hand, you uncultured son of a bitch, you don't understand it at all. Okay, anyways, third print. Now, do know there was a second print too of this, but the third print, 9/8. Good. JJ's right in time to hate this segment. Raw is going for $7 to $35. Now they're the 9/8 are averaging for $128. The high, by the way, in 2001 on this book was between $500 and $721. But I will tell you this book at one point had dropped to the $95 on average. So it is back on its way up. Is it a grade up? No, but at least you're seeing a little bit of gains on it. Yes, he did do some of these covers, including this one. The Legacy covers he did, and then he also did the one with Solo and the rest of them.
You like this one better, Dom, with the blue?
Delabru? I like it too.
Yeah, because her leg's out. He likes it better. Don't. Hey, he said depth. He explained. He didn't say the word depth. He didn't say the word depth, but he explained depth on the comic page. On a flat, static page, he explained how depth worked. You've got to give that to him. Legacy number 2 also went to a third printing, published a month later. AH in the corner, if you miss it, underneath the guy's foot, done by Adam Hughes. 9/8's now averaging $80, but in 2000 and 2021, there's multiple sales for $750 for the cover.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Wow. Somebody
and Raw averaging $25.
Somebody's mad about buying that one for $750. Whoever that was.
This one did not bounce back, guys. There's no bounce back on this. This is statically sitting at $80.
This one got a bump
for almost a year now.
This one got a bump too because of the Talon news. The Doms out there.
It didn't get much of a bump because I think it went from $50 to I did it later to $80, and now it's been staying at $80 for almost a year.
So I think that bump came from the Talon news that the Doms thinking Talon and Talon.
I don't think so. That's why I do the research and you don't, because you just make shit up, Wayseeker. Star Wars: Dawn of the Jedi.
I sold some because of that.
That's not the thing that's made up about Talon, but
yeah. Star Wars: Dawn of the Jedi number 3. Hey, JJ, can you send over Wookiee stuff into the
already did
drive? Okay, cool. Dawn of the Jedi 0, third printing. We all know this because some spaceship was seen in a
promo.
No, it wasn't. Remember what stupid shit this was?
It was the Dawn of the Jedi.
No, the Dawn of the Jedi, but also it was wasn't it Tahiti?
When Catherine Kennedy got up on stage.
Wakatahiti? I can't say Tahiti. But
no, it wasn't the Watiti thing. It was a different.
When he was talking about Star Wars and he was doing that, and they showed something, and that all of a sudden the books jumped because we thought it was the Old Republic before Dawn of the Jedi. The other one was coming out because he had a movie too that he was making, a Star Wars movie. And
JJ, what was it? It was in the background or something.
It was the Dawn of the Jedi movie. It had nothing to do with Taika Waititi's movie. But.
No,
yeah, but there was also something in the background that people were using to try. This hit multiple times. They were showing something in the background, and they said they saw this in the background. It was either of Kathleen Kennedy when she's on stage,
or somebody else at a presentation.
Yeah, it was Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I don't think they're making this Dawn of the Jedi though. That's the only problem.
I'm convinced it's coming out. So
it's the movie after Jedi Fighter, man. Starfighter.
Yeah, but it's not going to be minutes.
No, wait. When the news comes up, if you put one of the pieces of news in there that you should have in there, and if it's not there,
Dom, you're jumping way ahead. Like, can we just get through the comic section? 9/8's now going for 165. Listen, this thing had a high in the 2000s, 2001s of 350. It dropped all the way down to $61, and it has slowly picked itself back up to 165. So, I mean, you do see a little bit of a wave. Maybe that's the Doms re-believing in Dawn of the Jedi or the Chicos or whatever going after it. But you're seeing a resurgence in this book a little bit, so that's good. Raw averaging $22. Now, do remember, a lot of these there's even though they say they're near mint or near mint plus, they're probably not because they probably graded them already and it didn't work out. So, but then again, when they were only selling for $61, are you really sending this in for grading?
No.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of Dawn of the Jedi, Star Wars Dawn of the Jedi, 4-Storm #1, third printing. Wayseeker loves this book.
Yes, he
Wayseeker,
does.
why do you love this book?
He loves the cover.
I don't love this book. Why do I think I love this book? Because it's like Yord. It's like the Yord of the Dawn of the Jedi right here.
Every time when we were like, yo, let's do something like a different printing or something, this is the comic you always offer us. 9/8's going for 125 now. The high on this, once again, during the pandemic was about $400. It fell the hell out last year down to $79, back up to about 125. Raw is going for $20, which, mind you, that's only $50 more than the low on this book, and it costs $30 to grade the book. So,
it's a good bounce. 125 is respectable.
Yeah, you're seeing a good bounce, but that's what I'm saying. You're seeing a good bounce back because the average for the 3 months for Raw sales is back up to $20. So, there you go. Here's one. This is Dom's favorite book. Don't worry, it'll make all the books better. And this is the book that pissed me off. Empire, second printing, 1 in 25 incentive variant. Dom, do you remember what your commentary was on this?
What, that it was gonna be worth something?
Yes, it's uber rare and it's gonna be worth a ton of money. Not only did it take this book is now at the time the high that it ever had was $108. That was the first slab to go to sale, and it slowly has trickled down. There was a sale recently for $58 free shipping on this book. It doesn't look like
it cool.
It tanked the other printing too.
It tanked the other printing.
I know, but it's a pretty cool black and white cover.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
The other one was better.
I know the color
It's
one.
the same cover, only in black and white.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think I have the other cover on here. If I
have the other cover, I have.
No, I mean, I think I have it on here to see what I did. I just don't think I put it back in the right order. Spoiler alert: if we see it, I think it went down to $38 on the other cover. It's terrible. Kylo Ren, Rise of Kylo. This is an interesting thing. So this is the third print, and there's always the narrative about scarcity on later printings. And I think this is one we have to be kind of careful for, because the third printing was 125, now 41. That's fine, right? That's understandable. It didn't pick back up. Raw is sell for $2. But the first printing has always garnered more money, especially Raw, and averaging near mint. They say it's near mint, whatever. $20 for the actual first print of this book. This series is very popular, but for some reason, collectors are collecting this in the first print. They do not want this.
Well, these were not ordered. That's why they came out with later printings. They didn't expect it to be as good. So I think the first printing is actually harder.
Well, they crammed Avar Chris in there.
Yeah, Chris, I was going to say that.
Yeah, I mean, it is Avar Chris. Yeah, but even before Avar Chris was there, this was seen as a good series. And by the way, I would say that this series is better than the current Kylo Ren series too. So this is actually, didn't Soul write this? This is where we all thought Soul. Yeah, we all thought Soul was going to be the shit because of this, and then he just turned to shit. All right. Next up, what is this? What is this book, Dom?
Oh man, this was such a hot book. I remember people saying you need to buy like 50 of these things.
First Mando on a cover.
This isn't even the first Mando on the cover.
I know, but the first comic cover of Mando, even though
it's the second printing, it's not the first.
I know, but the second
How do you call it the first when it's the second printing?
Well, it is the second printing of a first printing, but it's still First
No, we
book.
don't. Nate Meyer.
I've
Second printing of a first appearance on.
I used to do
cover.
Sun
This
Channel that I
book.
did with Pete. This is kind
The
of like
first
This is like
appearance-
right when I got into comics. I'm pretty close to it. Man, this book was blowing up. I just remember it.
oh. No, you don't. You remember? Well, yes, because you were watching this show and you were hearing what Dom was saying about how great this was. And everybody's gonna be
I think
rich off
the
he
this.
said,
original first
he
period-
said
the
like
first cover.
open or like 50 of them.
Don't you have a 9.8 of this, Dom?
Yeah, I do.
How many Raws do you have?
I think I have two. And I have
think he told
the
us
first
to get
appearance.
50.
The first printing. I have
I
about
should have
5.
I should have had him guess this.
Yeah.
But now the 9.8 that Dom bought for $150 in 2022 is worth $43. And Raws of this book, and this is being generous, Raws of this book are selling for $3.
That's the generous estimate.
That's a generous estimate.
I can't believe somebody paid $43 for 9.8.
What bothered me so much about this book is several things. Like, first off, if they're gonna do a second printing, they could have done something special with this.
Yeah.
And got rid of the ugly ass trade dress border altogether and just made you a cover of that.
Hmm.
They didn't even do that. They
you
did
know
the
what's-
even lazier route of quite literally taking the gold, making it silver for no fucking reason, and then putting it out that way.
Well, you know what the
It's
problem
the
with it,
50th
JJ?
anniversary too. You know what? 50 is gold, not silver. Like
They missed it though
By like a year, because a year later they started foiling fucking everything. Remember that? They started doing spot foil and shit. If they would have waited 1 year, they could have spot foiled this fucker in gold, and it would have
I don't
probably
want a
been good.
spot foil. Like you could have just made this like a not even a virgin cover, just like
Yeah, fair.
minimal trade.
Yeah, but
dress
at
down
least
there
do
at
something
bottom
like the
would've been a
spot
good cover.
foil on there or something.
I just
and here-
remember the whole. It didn't even hit FOC until afterwards, and everybody was so pissed off about it. And then they came out with the gold one again, and it was all the whole thing was a disaster, just a disaster.
I think it might be worth a little bit more money. Not a lot, but a little bit.
Because the gold one's the first printing, definitely the first Mando on a comic cover. Besides the Star Wars Insider that had the Peach Mocha cover, animated. It goes.
Wait, was this gonna say the first print is Darth Vader on the cover? Huh?
No, the first print. There's a first printing of this too, which is the gold border, which is what JJ was saying.
The first printing of the A cover is Darth Vader on the cover. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's many variants in the first printing. Isn't there? There's like 3, right? I don't know.
Well, at least
Something like that.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Dom will buy it. All right, next up, this. I mean, we know the High Republic took a shit, but this character, Darth Croc.
Oh, I remember somebody on this show was touting this book as the future of Star Wars.
Who?
They're not in the show anymore, but back,
There is nobody on this show that did.
well,
There was somebody who used to be in the
he
chat
was
a
a guest
lot.
every once in a while.
There was
Every
somebody who
once
used to
in a
be in the
while.
chat a ton that was telling us everybody's gonna get rich off this book. Yeah, well, he's still poor, and so is this book. 9.8 now $28. Here's the thing about this. There was some interesting. I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt and give it an average of 150, but it did look like somebody was relisting a book, same background, same everything else. But then when I looked at it, they said at least 3 of the 7 books they sold had different CGI numbers. I don't know if that's true or not, because obviously they didn't send it to me, but you can only go if you want. If you want this book, though, this very valuable book, wonder why the dude's still poor. Raws sell for $1. So Darth Croc, huh?
This has the worst cover. The one in 25 is the worst cover of all time, though.
Yeah,
I don't even
That's the
understand
thing.
why.
They could have made this so much easier by just putting him on the cover of one of the 3 variants they had.
Yeah,
For
right,
the first printing.
Right. Well, do you remember what Mayu did for this too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
his exclusive was him.
His
on the
exclusive was Darth Croc. That
Yeah.
was this character that we never saw again. And
His
actually, you know what he
exclusive
looks
is the
more
only
like? He
first
looks
print
like
that had him
Darth
on.
Van Dam, doesn't he? In this one?
He looks like a killer croc. Dracula had a baby and then
$1. Dwayne Scott was not having any of this nonsense, by the way. That's unfortunate. But I think with this, like, part of the reason is the High Republic tanked so bad. I think if Acolyte did well.
no.
Yes. No.
I don't agree
Yes.
with you.
You can
Well-
okay. Well, you can disagree all you want, because that would give people. Remember, a lot of times with pump and dump stuff or like terrible, there is a such thing as a bad spec. I don't care what people say about that. There is. What they're typically doing is trying to sell you clicks or views, right? So like they don't know much about the subject. So they'll look back up or they'll remember something that they saw and they'll be like, oh, wasn't there like some book that I bought for like 60? And they'll look through their bins. This is what they do, Wayseeker.
I know they do.
They go back through their old messages on a book they were trying to pump and they're like, cool, let's pump that book now. And they'll push this back out there. That's all it takes.
I don't think it works because there's tens and hundreds of thousands of these that sold.
Yeah, but you know what? If
there wasn't tens or hundreds,
Marco's right, and we said it too. If the Acolyte blew people out of the water and people enjoyed it, they would have went back and would have bought.
But I'm just
people. There would be madness of people who've never even watched Star Wars or Acolyte, and they would be telling the doms of the world how, dude, look, every character is now going to be live streamed. You have Dom on this going, hey, could you? What happens if Darth Croc was actually Plagueis's like master? It could happen. I'm just saying. Fact is, it could happen. That's what he would be saying, right, Dom? That's what you say. That's exactly what Dom would say.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Supply would be
I even said it a couple times.
There's too many people out there that
these books
bought 50 copies of these because people thought they were going to be worth millions of dollars, like all of them, and they would just sell them for.
I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's going to be a $300 book.
Well, I'm going to tell you this:
be a 120, dude.
The original run, the first run, will definitely, the first will have some significance value down the road.
There's a million copies of the very first comic.
There's a million
copies. You can't have value on something where there's a million copies.
Dom, that book, that number one. Remember, we did the thing where I had gotten packaging information for a bunch of different places, and we calculated out the estimation on that first print.
Well, the variance, the variant
doesn't matter. When you have that many
had over a million copies. What we hand counted out 864,000 that we could confirm there's 864,000 copies of that book. We could actually confirm that. Like nobody does that anymore.
I know.
There's a 1 in 50. That means there's like what 10,000 or 10,000 of them.
All right, you know what? But that's still a low number.
There's some good stuff in the original run. I get that. And there's fans of the original run. There's people who still don't even realize there was a second and third phase. Chico, I'm not saying that. He's talking about book number one. Book number one.
First run.
They had like 850,000 copies, bro.
There's no way any of those could ever be worth money.
Well, hey, guess what? No, Chico, no. We're not going to have this. We don't have to do this now. I'll go in. Next week, we'll give you 5 of those, guys. We'll go look back. We can do that. I got time.
We're gonna review the final book. It'd be a good week to do that.
I got time and money. Star Wars, Darth Vader, number 6. Yeah, I don't have time. You know what this is? There used to be this guy. For the people that don't know, there used to. I don't know if he still does anything on the internet. I hope he does. I actually like the guy. His name was Mel V, and he would like this and the robot. Remember Darth Vader's robot? They were like, he didn't know anything. He's like, oh, the Ocho guy, and we'd be like, we're dead. Me and JJ were in this Star Wars group chat at one point where we were trying to produce stuff, and we put out like this list, and we had make a timetable. It was me, JJ, and another B Smith and somebody else, and we didn't know there was a guy. So if people know they can figure out who this is. There's a fat little short dude who laughs all the time, and he was in that, and he let all these people in there, and they started buying up all these books that we were putting in the list because it was our show idea. So we were like, oh, we're going to cover these books in the show idea of rare comics and everything like that. And he tried to put didn't Mel try to put the robot book on that, JJ? I can't remember.
I don't remember. Mel had a good pick, if I remember right.
Oh, did he? He had a good pick. Yeah. But what I loved about Mel was all in no matter what. No matter what it was, he'd figure out the characters. But we did try to tell him this character was dead, and they would never do anything with him. And I don't think Mel could have been right. The problem with it was if you were reading the comics at the time, you saw that this was like the shitty sidekick, right?
Yeah. Nobody liked this character ever. Well, also too, ever.
Well, that's the problem. He was in like he could have been a good character, like a Sith assassin.
He is not
like a great.
Well, listen, he did make an appearance.
Also in the worst Star Wars movie you could be.
The Rise of Skywalker, and his skull made it
See, Dom must have listened to Mel, because that's what
dagger.
Mel used to tell us all the time. I would run into him in Baltimore. He's like, "Yeah, you know that Ochi character. His sword and skull showed up, so he's." I'm like, "Mel, that's not how that
Rise
works."
of Skywalker.
Yeah,
Wow.
but hey, at least he was passionate about it. He's as passionate as Dom about
in
it.
the comics for like 7 issues. Didn't really work out. But in this run,
7, they used them for JJ. You forget they used them for like a year.
They did. They wrote a book.
Yeah, it was about 7.
Shadows of the Sith. He was like the main character for a while.
We should look at that robot. Do you remember that, JJ? The robot, Darth Vader's robot.
Yeah, I don't remember his name, but yeah, his.
I can't. We'll do that next week.
Well, he
We'll
died. He died
issue,
going into Rise of Skywalker, so we don't know when he actually died. The period.
Well, here we go.
We read it in Shadows of the Sith. He dies in Shadows of the Sith.
When
he dies.
Okay, hold on. 9/8. Even back then, with all that pumping and dumping, only averaged $80. Now they are $30 though. I don't know who's paying $30 for this, but they're paying. Laws are going for $1.50 on average. I know. I try not to just. You know what it is, Wookie? I put the books up there first, and I try not to put a narrative in. So like sometimes I set them up so it tells a story. These I was trying. I didn't think some of them were going to be as bad as they were. Darth Vader #1, 4th printing. This comes off of Vader 3 because we did the 3, but you couldn't find a 4th. There just wasn't enough data to do the 4th on Vader 3. So I decided to do this. This is first Black K. We saw him in the TV show. We saw him skip to the Lulu. Yeah. Oh, is that what it was? Yeah, an Ochi movie. Oh, yeah. Okay. Thank you. Dwayne's a day oneer, so he knows all the stories.
You got a book.
Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so Vader #4. Remember, this is the purple background. A lot of times it's hard to figure it out online, and actually sometimes the first print sells for 4th because people don't realize what the print is. So make sure you look at the numbers. Does everybody know that? You look at the barcode, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So on the barcode, you do those things.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Weird number.
So here we go. 9/8, now $90, but at the high we're $250. It did have a low of $50 there in 2003, leaning into 4, and it started to pick back up. I don't know why exactly it picked back up, but it picked up. I will tell you about the Raws. The Raws are averaging $9, but they're trash. I mean, they're just trash. They're not gradable copies. So yeah. I think you have to take that with stride.
7 printings of this thing?
5.
There's 5.
Well, there was 5, but there was also Comic Pro, and there was also
he's right.
Comic Pro wasn't a printing though.
Yeah.
That was
a director's cut as another printing.
That 5 though. That's like 5. Is 5 green?
No.
5 is yellow.
5 is
yellow.
Orange, right?
You can't find 5.
I
don't know if they're
pull it out if I need to. But yeah.
I don't think there was 5 on this. I think it's a misnomer.
No, I can find it.
Pretty sure there was 5.
I'll be right.
Go ahead. Find a live copy. Basic Gear is going to try to find it. Yellow. Is it yellow? What's green? Is green 6?
Green is 3, I think.
It's
3.
3.
Red is 2, green is 3, 4 is purple, and I'm pretty sure yellow is 5.
Yellow's 5, and then what's orange? Is that?
I think orange. Orange was only like Star Wars 1. And I think it was like 7, 6,
7.
They had,
something like that.
They had like 9 printings. 9 printings.
They did not hit. Yes, they did, but they were different things. Like one was
he's talking for Star Wars 1. He's talking.
There's a pro. There was a There's a pro. There's a Walmart version. There or some other version, and there was
the Walmart had a
director's cut. Like,
there's yellow. There you go.
Yeah.
So what does that fit?
Secret came true for the first time.
Good job. That's a live copy. All right. Next up, we finally got a Domism because we've been crapping at Dom all day, but he's been asking for us to do this forever. So I threw him a bone. It was in the thumbnail. Dom, what book do we have?
You have the Vader, the foreign
edition. Don't tell me you pulled it. Don't tell me you pulled it out.
I know. I actually have it right here.
Okay, go ahead.
If I'm not mistaken, it's the Darth Vader, right?
Pick it up. Go ahead. What did you get?
That one?
Is that the Panini?
That's Panini.
No, it's not the Panini.
Oh, that's the Panini.
Second one's the Panini.
Yeah, that's the Panini.
It's the Panini. Yeah, it's the Panini.
Yeah.
Because the Panini actually was before there was the other one, the Mexican one.
Yeah, Mexican one and German one.
Not worth as much. The Mexicans worth a little bit less. But the Panini, here we go. Darth Vader #1, the Perez Italian edition. If people don't know, that's where Panini is. You can tell.
He's like a spinning Dom head for that segment.
What's that? Oh yeah.
Need to make the
This
Dom head spin.
I love this. When it first came out, I got my copies of these super cheap because it wasn't popular, and I really thought they were cool. So I got this. There's 3 original copies.
There's
This
a Palps.
Mexico.
The 4.
Huh?
There's
Four.
a Palps, right?
You have this one.
Helps.
Yeah, that's one. I think that's one of the original ones.
You have this one, the German.
That is not.
Originals were Italian, German, and I think Spanish.
Jail, Jury, Spanish. That's what it was. Okay, yeah.
There's 4 of them.
Yeah, Italian, German, Spanish. No, there's only 3 originals. But yes, there is a Palps one of the you're talking about the Paninis, basically, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
There is a Palps. But in it, is it all Vader? Because some of them are Star Wars.
No, they're
No, what? No, 2 Vaders. One is like the Vader. The Mexican edition one is the.
That's
is
the reprint.
The foil on top, the gold, the silver foil.
Yeah, that's a
yeah, that
reprint.
was the
Yeah, and then you have the other one is
bowl or whatever.
it says the 2 says Star Wars. The other ones.
Yeah, it's Star Wars on the other 2. That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Star Wars on the other 2. All right. Anyways, but let's look at the Italian one. 9/8 going for 165 on average. The high was 350. Thank God nobody bought it for that. Lows $59. I'm not going to tell you who maybe bought one there. And then in between raws are now $50, which is super expensive too. I was lucky enough to get mine in a lot of other foreigns I was buying, so I got it dirt cheap. But yeah, the Mexican probably sells for about $26 on the average, which is the gold foil version. And then the Star Wars one's a little bit hard to find. I actually like that turquoise blue cover. I think it's great.
The thing is that
You can find these a lot more now, dude.
you can
Mexican
find them.
foil
You
one is
actually
technically
hard
a
to
second
find back
printing.
then.
What's that, JJ?
I said the Mexican foil one is technically a second printing.
Yes, it is. I know, but I didn't know that Dom had it, so I wanted to use
Totally
one he
fine.
had. Because I figured when I mentioned second printings, he was going to mention this book, and I think he had the Panini. I didn't know he had the Mexican printing.
Yeah.
Anyways, there wasn't also enough 9/8 data on the second printing book, the Mexican one, where there was 9/8 data on this. So there we go. That's
These
another
were cover
week.
price over in Europe when they came out. These were cover price when they came out in Europe.
They were cheaper than
They're
You
like a
could
B
you
cover.
could actually get them on the Panini website. That's where I got
Yeah.
my raw copy,
Yeah, yeah.
and it was I think it was $7.29 lire, which worked out to roughly like $6, something like that. And then the guy
I had the
packaged.
German ones. I think I paid euros.
Yeah, and the guy like packaged it in with the other stuff that I was buying. So, and that's it for this week. So that's good. We will. Hey, we got to put down. Hey, could you guys put whoever it was? Could you put it in the main section underneath the video? What we're looking at next week? What the heck did they say, Wayseeker?
High Republic.
Our Republic go back to number 1.
I really want to shoot myself in the nuts for that. Chico, do you mind putting it in the comments underneath the video?
Yeah, why did you volunteer for this segment anyway?
I don't even know. They like it, JJ. I get lots of response on it, man. Plus, too, and I get that some of this. I get that
That's
some
the
of this
segment,
is depressing, especially if you're Ruben. When we're telling Ruben just to wait, and he just got like he cannot do it right. He just can't wait.
He
so
doesn't have the
got to
power.
spend money.
Well, listen,
But-
he's worse than me. He's worse than me. So
No,
he can't-
Dom.
yes,
About the same.
yes, he's worse than me. At least I have I buy certain things.
Dom,
buys
he
everything.
doesn't buy naked women covers.
Yeah.
Dude,
He only buys-
the heck with that. He buys freaking my pocket pony, freaking goddamn Darth Vader toy. Come on,
He
guys.
does buy.
but it's official.
He
It's
does buy
official.
Darth Vader Tamagotchis though. So let's.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's about
Let's
equal.
not make
I'm just saying it's about equal here.
No.
Yeah, it is about equal.
I gotta ask Ruben if he's here still. Is his Tamagotchi still alive? Has it died?
I can never wait. I know you can't wait. I mean, that's it. He does have to have a little bit of tendency to wait. But I will say, like, if you looked at it, and maybe you missed this part of the narrative because he was saying that, and I said it's hard to write narrative. But if you looked at it, I did do 6 books that had all-time lows and are actually on the rise back up. Not to the height that they're going to be, mind you, but are on the rise back up, which I think is something that we kind of were talking about. And I know we get crapped on it, but like a lot of us also, we're not saying I told you so, but a lot of us also said, and Ruben takes it in stride because we told him to wait. He chose not to. He understands he lost money. He's not mad at it. But there is a lot of people. The 2 feedbacks I get is great segment. Can we do this? And the other feedback I get is you guys suck. I hate you. My mom didn't give me meatloaf. And those are the people that I understand. Oh, you bought a book too high and you're blaming us for that. Like We're not doing that. We didn't make you do that. We're not even saying, hey,
don't forget all of the tea lovers, the UK people. They always say how great I am. That's the other.
Let me be
feedback.
clear.
They
Though,
do.
there were some good High Republic books to go in. Like, I don't want to sound like we're trashing all the Phase 1 High Republic. Like, there was some good stuff that.
Oh yeah, no, Phase 1 was great. Great
There
story.
is-
I'm not even saying from a reader's perspective. I'm saying from like a collectible perspective. They've gone up in price.
Yes.
Like some of those convention variants.
Yes.
When they came out, like in like some. I mean,
the IDW stuff. Yes, there's definitely some good stuff in Phase 1. So we'll give you a mixture of both. But I can't get on here and not like the one thing. At least you got to give me. You can like me or hate me, but at least you got to say I'm honest, right? And I can't get on here.
The balls and the strikes, right?
What's that?
You gotta do, but so you gotta call the balls and the strikes.
Yeah, I got call the balls and strikes, and like there was no way when I got those packaging informations, and we're physically counting out like over 800,000 print. You know, like I can't tell you as somebody who knows how that works. You have to give me that if you know anything else. You see the people that come onto this channel. You see when we talk. You know, I actually do talk industry with people in the industry, not people who they say are in the industry making shit up. People in the industry, and like. There's no way that's true. And if you want to buy that or you have 100 copies of #1, more power to you. It doesn't make a difference in my day, but I can't lie about it and say like, oh yeah, shit doesn't stink. So
yeah.
Oh, good. Thank you, Chico. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Now I'll just check my hate mail for the people who fucking yeah. All right. Anyways, yeah. Horrible. Like
you go live. He tells them buy these books.
What was the thing, you send it to Renovision hate mail.
Send it to Pete. Hey, why you ask why I don't have my own channel? I just do stuff with Pete all the time. Is one, I actually like him. He's a friend. And you know, I help him.
2, he gets all the hate mail.
2, he gets all the hate mail. I don't have to worry about the shit.
Hate mail, send it to Pete.
Send the hate mail to Pete, bro. All right, let's get into. Hey, since JJ's here, JJ, you missed the pre-show. Dom was trying to spoil something. Wayseeker was yelling at him. So let's get into the news and see what Dom's going to tick everybody off with. News for JJ. Or for
I didn't start off with that one off the top because I knew it was going to be too bad. So we started with something simple. John Watts came out this week and said he wants to do more Star Wars. He got asked some questions. He said, I refuse to answer those questions for contractual reasons. I can't answer anything, which a lot of people took as a hint that there is a Skeleton Crew season 2 or maybe even a movie, because he did mention he wants to do a movie at some point in the works.
You know what?
Where's Dwayne Scott? Give it to him. This is a Wayseeker bullshit. This is everybody wants a bag. Yeah, everybody wants a bag.
Hey,
Or a second bag.
I enjoyed Skeleton Crew. I would love to see a second season. I would love to see something more with the characters. This was a fun ride, man. I told you from beginning to end, I enjoyed every moment of this, man. And I wouldn't mind seeing a second season off the bat, but to be honest, I don't think it's going to happen.
I could see it happening. More and more time goes by. There's
Characters and other stuff, yes.
There's nothing else in the pipeline.
I'll tell you this. And this is something that. Oh shit! Hopefully somebody put in the. Hey, did anybody put the picture we caught in the DMs? That somebody's a fan of the show sent us
in there. Nope.
Oh my god.
Nope.
Okay, so for the people that don't know, somebody in our DM sent us a group chat, and it was Ollie's with fucking the blue bear on clearance all over that. Like that's all they had on the shelves for just aisles. This is what I'll tell you. Neil outsells it. Not only does Neil outsell it, but if Neil showed up in Japan, which he was there a couple times, not him, but people dressed like him, more popular than Blue Bear. Neil is it. It's even the tea drinkers love Neil because they're moping around. He's a mope around type of guy. That's all England. It's raining all the time. Mopey. I get it, right? They love him. We love him here. He's a great dude. He's got a spiffy dress. I mean, he wears fucking members only jackets. That's sweet.
He's good. Great character.
Hey, he took a bubble bath, man. He was in a bubble bath. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, you know I bathe all the time.
I said it, I think, at our last review of the last episode, and I stand by it. Like, this would still be a great property to use for, like, a holiday special movie or something. would be Skeleton Crew.
They might. Yeah, that doesn't.
Yeah, listen,
that might.
Norwood, but not Wood, whatever his name is. Jod might come back in a future project. I want to see him come back.
Oh, that was Wookie Fanatic that said it, dude.
Yeah.
Ollie's picture.
I think Jod's done. I don't think Jod has a story to tell. His story was told, but I think he has a story to be told still.
Well, here's the thing with it. Neil's got merch to sell. That's the one thing Neil has. Neil has merch to sell. So if you know one thing about Star Wars, they love merch, especially cute merch. That's why they hit such a big home run. And that's why they pushed the Blue Bear a ton. They thought it was cute, but just like Jar Jar Binks, that thing stinks.
Hey, we got season 3.
Hey, just like Jar Jar Binks, that thing stinks. That's good.
We got season 3 of Blue Bear coming though. So
you know what you don't see on clearance? Neil.
I don't think they produce nearly as much Neil as they produce Blue Bear.
And that's usually how it hits, though.
No, I agree with you.
I wish we got it'd be interesting to see if there was like a numbers breakdown of like what Star Wars character sells.
Yeah,
oh my God.
They never do that.
They would never.
No, it'd be awful.
No.
But
what about Neil versus Grogu? Grogu sells.
Grogu's got to be number one.
Neil.
Yeah, it's got to be number one.
Yeah. Oh, Grogu.
That's not even close.
Yeah, but they overproduced that shit too, man.
No, Neil didn't get a Coke can, and Blue Bear didn't get a Coke can. They're not one of the top 30. They got Coke cans. We'll talk about that later, but they didn't get Coke cans.
But my boy did.
Who cares about the Coke can? Dude, you said cut that ad. I'm like, why? This ad is so stupid, Corey.
I enjoyed the commercial.
All right, here's the news that Dom thinks is the greatest thing ever. So Mark Hamill this week provided his non-canon backstory to why Luke left the Order. Here it is. Luke falls in love. He marries, has a kid. His toddler kid stumbles across a lightsaber, turns it on, and kills himself.
Yes.
Wife gets so upset, she commits suicide afterwards.
Hey.
What the That's worse than Dom's story.
I told you.
What the fuck? Did he go into chat? That sounds like bad chat GTP.
Nah, dude.
You know what?
I think that's
dude, no, hold on.
Dom, crazy when he kills his nephew. That wants to kill his nephew because he's the Luke.
Dom,
look how different Luke was.
Dom, you're having an aneurysm. Could you please stop having aneurysm 30 seconds so I can? Have you ever seen somebody like try to do something in chat GTP and send it out and they don't understand that like after chat GPT sends you something, you have to edit that again and be like, hey, actually, could you whatever, like make parts different? And this seems like Mark Hamill goes, tell me a non-canon backstory of Luke and why he left the Order and fucking discount Ollie's, not even real chat GTP. Ollie's chat GTP gave him this answer, dude. This is horrible.
He's getting a lot of hate. A lot of hate. All the other top YouTubers are getting mad at him because he said that. But you know what? I
trolling them.
There's no way he's gonna leave the Order for some stupid shit the way he did. From Luke for being Luke and Return the Jedi to Luke now, get out of here, man.
Hold on.
The Order.
Hold on. Excuse me. Let me get him on this one, please. Dom, you just said for the stupid shit, right? This is the stupidest shit I've ever heard.
Either that or freaking Kylo Ren killing his wife.
Dom, stop.
Come on, man. Come
on.
Mara Jade was killing the books.
Dom, I let you go. But here we go. We're not gonna bring up Mara Jade. This idiot, not an idiot, because he probably is trolling people, but this idiot said his toddler kid stepped on a lightsaber and somehow killed himself.
Grabs it and puts it on. Like a young kid grabs a gun and kills himself. That's what he was trying to get up.
You know,
was he looking down the thing when he did it? Like,
he looked at it and killed it. He picked it up and he freaking stabbed himself in the head.
Yeah,
or whatever.
I know why.
He wasn't that specific there, Dom. He just said he's stumbled across a lightsaber, turned it on, and kills himself. Yeah,
there's a scene in
whatever.
There's a scene in The New Hope where he literally does that. Like, you remember where he's like looking down the pipe of the lightsaber?
Yes.
And if he turned it on, it would have gone right through his noggin.
Yes.
Hey, Ruben, forget about it. You don't have to come on the show to talk about why he became a hermit.
We know why he became a hermit.
We know why he became
I said backstage, Dom, you are a better storyteller than Mark Hamill. And I'm sticking by it.
Yes. Yeah. Listen, Dom, you should take the compliment. You should take the compliment because this is garbage.
No, because the compliment's a troll against him. He's also
it's not.
It's also his thing's worse, but yours is shit, but his is shitter. So that's why you're better than his. That's what he's trying to say, man. Listen.
well, that might be true. I mean, that's a fact. I mean, facts is.
No, the fact is that you're wrong too. You're wrong too.
No,
so
absolutely not. This is the dumbest thing. This is the dumbest thing, Dom. Hey, Rubens, you're more than welcome to come on.
There has to be a better explanation for him to go fucking crazy the way he is.
Does that mean the New Republic then shut down his Jedi school after his wife and kid died like that? Like, this guy is not fit to help raise children.
Okay, maybe hold on. Maybe so, Dom. Even if that's what you believe to be the truth, okay. Even if that's what you believe to be the truth, right? That ain't this shit. This shit is worse. This is worse.
Well, listen. What would you do if your kid killed himself and then your wife committed suicide? How would you react?
Probably not well.
What? I don't think it's a question. Hold on, slow down. I don't think that's. Hold on. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's such a bad shit. Like, you don't ask people with kids that.
No, I'm
like,
just saying.
No. That's what I'm telling you is this is Dom. This is why it's a bad idea, because you don't ask people with kids that, right? You don't say that. That's stupid to say. So you like this in general is stupid to say. Like you would alienate a whole bunch of people for this. This isn't something like Luke Skywalker or Anakin Skywalker chopping down a bunch of random ass kids. Like nobody cares about that shit because we all know some bratty ass kid. We imagine that it's hold on, JJ. We imagine it's not our kids. When you say like that portion that you just said, no, dude, you don't. That's not it. It's not it.
My thing is that in the books. Freaking Leah's kid killed his wife in the books. So
I don't think Mark Hamill ever read a fucking book in his life. So
I'm just saying the fact is that if they did something similar,
Lord, that same kid.
Was it Darth? What's
Idiots? Yeah.
Idiot. Yeah, he killed Mara Jade. So that's something like that.
This is not that.
I know, but
yeah, this is not that. That's like
something similar. You could have made something.
That's like half the Greek mythology right there.
Yeah,
they killed the mom, they killed the dad, they killed someone.
We're moving on because this story we've talked about.
Hold on, we're moving on to this one right now at Ollie's. Rose and Rose, Young Jedi, Baby Blue Bear on clearance, Blue Light Special.
Hey, I wish I had Ollie's near me. They'd be sold out. All right. Garth Edwards never come back to Star Wars.
Hey, first off, give Dom a break. Okay, guys, don't do that.
Garth Edwards never come back to Star Wars. He was the director of Rogue One. He came out this week and said, I have no interest in returning to Star Wars. And not only that, I don't even believe that Rogue One is the best Disney Star Wars movie.
That's what Garth.
That's what he said.
Well, what did he say was the best?
He didn't say, but he just said,
no, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
You can't do that.
Because basically this was the best. That's the only thing that was...
No, like you can't. I agree, it's not the best, but you can't come out and say
he's probably upset he didn't have any involvement in Andor.
I don't know what it is, but come on.
Also, too, I don't feel sorry for him. He's got the new Jurassic Park movie coming out, so he's still working with Lucasfilm technically and Disney Productions in that way. So I don't really feel sorry for him.
No, don't either.
I don't. Okay, this is what I'm gonna tell you. This guy's an asshole. You don't say that. What?
It's and like by the way, it's like Freddie Prinze level up
dude.
Here.
Yeah. Hopefully, like, because eventually he's gonna. Yeah, it is. You're talking drunk out of your butt. First off, you say, "Hey, look, it was a great movie. It might not be my favorite, but it was a great movie. I'm glad I worked on it." What you don't say is like, "Not even the best one. Not even close." Like, then which one is? And by the way, there's lots of right answers. You could say Hope. You could say Empire.
No,
you
Disney.
could say
so like those ones don't count.
This
is Force Awakens afterwards.
Oh wait, he's saying it's not the best Disney.
Maybe he's a big Ron Howard fan.
Disney era.
Come on,
bro.
Bro.
Oh, he is drunk Prince. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Now, in my head, I was thinking like, okay, cool. I can see how it's not the best. Like, he's right. He's not. But the best Disney?
Yeah,
the best Disney. To be clear, let's qualify this. The three shit movies that Abram craps them,
and then you have Solo.
Yep,
and Solo.
Yep, that's right.
Where the guy says, "My name is Han," and he says, "You're by yourself." Yes, Solo. That's my last name.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you this. This and Solo are the best Star Wars movies that Disney's made. I'll say Solo because I like Solo. Everything else is shit. I don't care about the sequel trilogy.
Well, I mean,
but I don't know what he was on. I don't know what he thought was thinking.
So is he saying Solo?
I don't know.
Like that's now I want to tar and feather this guy because
he's probably trolling the fans because he's pissed off because of
if you like Solo more than that, that's okay. But now there's only one correct answer. And by the way, I'm not saying you're wrong if you think Solo is better than that. But there's only, if you're going to say that statement, he needs to elaborate. There's only one correct answer. The only thing you can say is Solo. If you say anything else, you're 100% wrong. You're wrong.
The drugs are wild, man. They do wild things to you, man.
I don't know. So
who is this guy? Where can I get a hold of this guy?
Go to Jurassic
Park premiere.
Yeah. Go to the
All
premiere.
right, let's get somebody to Dom. What does it take us to send down there to ask him? Because he has to answer.
This is to LA.
Okay. Well, he's going to LA, I think. This is the only way we could do it. He has to answer this question. You cannot leave this out here.
I know.
And by the way, Dom, if he says anything but Solo, you go nope and punch him in his face. All right, or stomp on his toe.
And then all of a sudden, you'll see a guy got arrested today for punching a director.
That's all right. That's all right. Just stomp on his toe. Say, oops, sorry. Go nope. Oh, sorry. Was that your foot? And then just keep walking on.
Yeah. It was like this. I figure I got to call Marco. Marco's gonna bail me out today. So I'm thinking,
he will.
Here's another envelope. Where's an envelope? Let's get another envelope.
I'm super excited about this one. Acolyte Visual Guide came out. It hints
not super excited, but I'm excited about this
because the stranger was not a Sith.
Not a Sith.
Admits that he very well could be a pretender.
A pretender to the throne.
He is much, much older than he looks. He's got some sort of like special back to tank.
He's older than he looks?
Yeah, he's got some sort of like special back to tank that keeps him young, it said.
I mean, I don't mind. You kind of assumed that, right? Because Vanestra's like 100 and some years old, right? And like apparently she was like a master to him or something like that. So he's got to be kind of old.
Well, listen, he's with Vanestra. Vanestra's a
master to him, or did he just have an experience with her? You know
I don't know. They didn't make it real clear. I assumed it was like Master Padawan, but
yeah,
you're right. But like now that we've hold on, Dom, real quick. Now that we've seen other stuff, that could just be like a experience and then a delusion, right? It could be like the last asshole who just said that Rogue One wasn't even the best Disney film. Like,
well, listen, you know what? If he's a pretender, maybe he was a lot, his who he is, and that's why Plagueis wasn't just spying on him; he was looking at him to see who he is, because he's a pretender to a Sith. Maybe he wasn't even trained by friggin' Plagueis, and
I'll pay his pay.
He was trained by Vanestra. When he was a Jedi, he left. Why did he leave? Because he had dark intentions. Because he wanted to.
Maybe Plagueis. You know what, dude? For those people that love Legacy, and this actually would have been cool. And by the way, what's the lady with the terrible glasses name again? I really feel
Leslie Hanlon.
Leslie Hanlon. But Leslie Hanlon, the one thing that I truly do believe is she consumed a lot of Star Wars. Like, she actually was a fan. And there is, for people who have great knowledge of it, there was times where Sith would kill the pretenders. Like, they would go stalk it to see what they were up to, and then kill the pretenders. And I wonder if that's what she's going for. And once again, if she just would have ended the series, I think maybe we could have seen that. That's where I think like, I had my coping period. I think I'm angry with Acolyte, and I think I'm angry with Acolyte because there's still, even with Jazz Hands, even with all the other shit, there was something there, right? She had something. And if she just would have finished it.
Usually you had to complete a trial, like a Jedi would complete a trial. A Sith had to complete a trial too. So, what if Plagueis' trial was to kill him for being a Sith pretender?
Yeah, which by the way, didn't Maul do that at one time?
I don't know. He huffed.
Oh yeah, that's right. He sniffed it like it was cocaine.
What about if somebody else took the helm and took a couple of the characters and made their, like, the stranger? You find out more about the stranger, who he really is.
I don't think it's
pretty cool.
And I think out of all the characters that came out of that, Dom, I think you're onto something, because the stranger, I think, is the one character that people actually care about.
Oh yeah.
To be honest with us, and I know I get it because we're comic people and we read the novels and stuff. People don't give a shit about Plagueis. They don't actually care. Like, that was just like, yeah, that's a creepy fucking dude. Nobody cares. But people do care. Like, I mean, and lots of people, and maybe it's because some people get, excited because I don't know, but the guy that played this is apparently, I mean, he looks better than Wayseeker from what I hear, so that works.
Manny Vicento.
But yeah, so he's got, that's a cool name too. Like he's got a cool name.
Wars in general, fans are always drawn to the villains a lot of times.
I like the villains, and
I think that too. But there's a lot of comments. There's a lot of comments coming from
Ketosis, friggin' helmet,
people who maybe weren't the biggest Star Wars fans saying, "Ooh, who's the good-looking guy in the mask?" So like when you get that, you know what I mean. That's a good thing. Once again, we also know that mask is cool as hell, and it sold good merch. And if you can get like merch for it, and you can sell, and I think having a young dude, you know what I mean.
I like the helmet.
I don't understand the freak out scene when she puts the mask on though. Like I still never understood the whole time what that was all about.
Bro, me neither. But what I'm telling you is, I think she probably had 3 seasons written on this because she thought everything works in a trilogy in Star Wars because she has the knowledge of Star Wars, and she's right in most cases it does. So, but that once again is her fault. I think that's why I'm angry with Hadley. You don't
write that gambit unless you know you can do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I agree, JJ.
Like
I agree.
Andor, you know, was going to be 2 seasons. Like he actually wrote out the idea for 5, but he knew it was going to be 2. So you write out 2 seasons worth, but you don't write out 4. You know.
Yeah. You know, but didn't you get the feeling that this was like a live action Visions? You know, like the Ronin type of shit. You know,
no.
It was the way.
I have no clue what I'm sorry.
No,
trying to say
it's live action, like the cartoon Visions.
Stop. Take a breath. JJ, let him say it. It's been a long day. What were you saying now?
All right, Visions, cartoon Visions.
I know what Visions is, yes.
You have like you have the Asian aspect to the Visions cartoon, like Ronin. This reminded me of that when he was fighting freaking Jedi Knight live action Visions type of thing. Martial arts, live action, like the live action Vision cartoon, like the Star Wars that was made for Visions coming to
you know, Star Wars is really based off of 2 things, right? It's based off of 2 things.
I know.
Catholicism and samurai.
But it's cool to see it in live action. That's what I'm trying to say.
All right. We got a new Star Wars map released this week. We got some interesting inclusions in the map for the first time. We got Rakata Prime's location, which is making everyone speculate that we will see
that we're gonna get macaroni.
Dawn of
get stuffed shells.
The Jedi. Yeah. And that's what Don was probably talking about when he was talking about the map. But what I found was so interesting is we got locations for both Scylla,
Rakata and stuffed cheese, very good,
and Exegol. Thrawn's home planet. We found out where it is on the map, and it is really close to Exegol.
What?
Whose was?
Thrawn's home planet, Scylla.
Really?
Yeah. Does Thrawn know about that planet, or maybe?
Yeah, of course he does.
Exegol is part of what the bigger threat is. I don't know. It's really fascinating.
That it would be because What are you talking about? Do you know nothing about Star Wars?
You always say
would be the bigger threat.
You always say that there's something behind.
But he knows. He ran into both those people at Exegol. He knows the Emperor. Do you know nothing about Star Wars, Wayseeker?
I get that, but
who's on Exegol? Who? What? No. You're not going to shit on Dom all the time and then say some dumb shit like that.
No, it's not dumb.
What introspective crap are you trying to do?
We know about from his youth that he was fighting against the Grisk. We always said there's somebody behind the Grisk that was more powerful. They're in the same.
He knows the Emperor, dude.
He didn't back then when he was fighting the Grisk. When he was a young boy.
Pause with whatever the young boy thing is. I don't know what you're saying there.
When he was young, when he was still coming out.
Military man.
Yeah, when he was military. He didn't know the Emperor then.
I have a more important question. Hey, Dom, with were you excited about ricotta because you eat like ricotta and then you take veal and they chop the veal up and then they stuff the shell with veal and ricotta?
Ricotta. That's actually really good, man.
That's one of my favorite dishes.
Oh, man. That's good.
Okay. Wayseeker, what nonsense bullshit are you trying to fucking sell people on?
No, I'm just wondering. We always say there's somebody behind worse than the Grisk.
I know you're not trying to pull a Dom here and just grab shit out of your ass about Exegol. Exegol. Hold on. 2 things. Vader and Palps, Exegol. Know about it. Everybody. We know the Sith. He knew there was a Sith force out there, but he's doing the young thing. He actually works for the Empire. If you thought that was the threat, why would you work for the guy that's the threat?
We don't know what all's there.
Fact is, yes, we do.
We don't know all of the Sith things that were
We
there.
don't know
Like
all
Sith homeworld.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what.
Maybe he feels his best chance.
I'm trying to think why you came on the internet wearing your fucking undershirt in a V-neck style, but that doesn't mean I'm just gonna start blurting out nonsense.
Maybe he feels his best chance at understanding and taking down that threat is from the inside. So
maybe
JJ, maybe, but I don't think that's what.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know what would be great?
JJ, don't feed Wayseeker's crazy blue bear bullshit.
You know what would be great and how we could solve this argument? If they freaking let Timothy Zahn
fair.
We all know that's true.
I think everybody agrees on that one, JJ.
We all want the trilogy to be complete.
Yeah,
but
we want the trilogy to be completed.
I don't know. I just thought it was really fascinating that Thrawn's home world was really close to Exegol. So,
well, yeah, but I thought you're making shit up worse than Dom was.
Or is that how Palps? Is that how Palps found out about it? Because of Thrawn. I don't know.
I know this. No.
You mean it wasn't the Goonie dagger from Ochi the Mistake?
No, not the Goonie dagger. No. What if Thrawn is the one that introduced Palps to the planet? I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know, but you're wrong.
No.
Yeah, I agree. I'm wondering now how much you actually know about Star Wars.
I know a lot about
I'm kind of wondering. Hold on now.
Series.
I'm kind of wondering if these book reports.
That's a great idea.
I really want to know if these book reports you do are just somebody else's book reports. You don't even look at the book,
correct.
and then you just highlight fucking shit.
I don't know, but I think they took those all the new planets and put them closer together than usual. And it's all in the same universe, all in the same close vicinities are close by. That they took the map and they just refigurated some of the planets because a lot of these planets are really close by. Dathomir is close to what's the planet's name that was from the Skeleton Crew?
Yeah,
right there.
Oh yeah, this isn't actual coordinates. They just put an alphabet on this motherfucker. This doesn't show distance at all. There's no key here. Dom's got a point. We don't know how far these are. That could be 50 million light years away.
There's a coordinates thing that they came out with. Fry came out with it. So it's just not on this part of it. There's a big extra map.
Raise your hand if you believe Wayseeker and his bullshit.
I think part of the problem is Star Wars constantly has uncharted worlds that keep popping up everywhere. You got the one from Ahsoka. You got how are there so many uncharted worlds in this galaxy?
That's out of the whole galaxy. And it's past the unknown region.
But I also think the reason things are closer is because they're adding into a lot of the unknown world, and so the unknown region. So everything just kind of gets smashed together because the map is the same size, and now they're adding in lots of extra.
It's kind of funny. It's well, let me hide at Tatooine. Tatooine's like down the block from friggin' one of the biggest empires. So it's kind of funny how it really. I don't know.
But they said they're going to keep updating this map. This is updated through the beginning of 2024, so they're still working on it.
So they're going to keep adding more undiscovered planets.
Yeah.
Every new planet they mention, they're going to put in the same vicinity.
It'll be. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see, how many more planets you can put on this map because it's pretty full.
So. I know.
Yeah. All right. Next up, this one's for Marco.
Yeah, this is a Wayseeker thing for sure.
A mother has sued Disney because their child was scared by a stormtrooper at Galaxy's Edge.
Okay.
This is what you do. First off, take that child away from that fucking infant of a fucking parent. Yep. Okay, that's the first thing you fucking do right there. Number two, you take that woman and you just say no. You say, nope, you can't talk to nobody anymore. You have no opinions anymore. You definitely can't reproduce anymore. You're done.
I would sue her.
Yeah. I would take everything.
Better idea. Take away the law license of the lawyer. File this case.
Yeah, totally agree.
He's gonna win that.
People are trying to make money in any which way, man.
Come on.
No. This. You know what this is? This is just a lawyer doesn't have a lot of work. She paid up front. He doesn't eat the money. Hey, an idiot and their money gets separated all the time, bro. That ain't the lawyer's fault. I'm not defending lawyers. I mean, I pay mine way too fucking much to do bullshit too. But yeah, I mean, hey, so what? That they give him the money to it. This woman should done. you don't get to say anything ever again. Like, you have to go to rehabilitation. First off, find out whoever her mother is and punch her in the baby maker, because she should have never produced a child like this. Then take this child that she has directly away, send that kid, I don't know, someplace that has dirt bikes.
Well, listen,
Wookiee's right here. This person went to Disney just to find a reason to sue them. That's all they did.
That may be right. Once again, take that child away. Maybe, and I'm not saying, hey, look, children are the future. They're great. It's not them. It's the parents. You ever see a bad child? Child ain't bad. It's the parents. The parents suck. They always do. Yeah. Every generation, a lot of shitty parents. Take the kid, find somebody maybe fishes, send him out there, let him go fishing for a little bit. He won't be scared.
So look, this is what I said something that'll probably raise eyebrows. Marco just said punch the woman in the baby maker. So I think we're gonna have a good show when it comes to YouTube. It's like, we modded this show.
Oh, my wife would be like, yeah, that's about right. She wouldn't care.
I can almost understand it if the child is small enough and like they saw like Doak Andar or somebody that kind of looked like unusually scary looking kind of alien creature. But it's freaking stormtroopers. Like, has the kid never watched anything with Star Wars in it ever? Because stormtroopers are in everything.
Yeah. And once again, we need more details too. What is she saying? Like, how did the stormtrooper pause? Hold on. We got to take a step back now, because we're hating on this fucking Karen. But what if? I hate to say this. You never know. What if how the stormtrooper scared the child? You see what I'm saying? Now, I doubt it's anything nefarious.
No,
but
Order 66.
Yeah.
The Jedi.
If I was a kid at Galaxy's Edge, I'd be more afraid of Anakin Skywalker.
Okay, this is what it said.
Yes.
The lawsuit explains that the child was in a stroller without an adult nearby.
In a stroller?
Yeah.
Without an adult nearby.
Without an adult nearby, which is an issue. When the performer, dressed as one of the stormtroopers, approached him, frightening the child, and he just walked away.
That's what you're supposed to do. You see a kid abandoned. It's like I said, you just admit to abandoning your child.
Why are you not near your child? Yeah, why
remove this child from this parent? Number two, in a stroller?
Yeah.
Please tell me this kid is under the age of 4.
The stormtrooper probably wouldn't approach the kid if they had an adult with him.
No.
They probably approached the kid because they figured maybe he was lost or something was wrong.
Why is this kid by himself?
Look, I'm telling you this. If your kid is under 4, then fine, stroller. If not, get their lazy bitch asses to walk. This ain't, no. My kids, we had a stroller for 1 minute. They were under 6 years old. We took them strollers. We go, this ain't working, through the bitches out.
So
they take the little electric scooters. And
this person is not only suing Disney. They are also suing the company that made the stroller because it's their fault too.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
You
know what? So
they're trying to sue the stroller company because it happened while the kid was in a stroller.
So joking around, but like if they tried to actually sue the actor, that's where I would start coming in.
Where's this person from?
Arizona.
Oh, of course it is. The new Florida. There it is. Hey, you want to know how you get rid of like a ton of stuff? Just get rid of Arizona. If you can get rid of Arizona, that's like 90% of the scammers. It's like Florida scammers and Arizona scammers. I've never met more dishonest people in my life. At least Florida people who are dishonest will tell you they're dishonest. Arizona people, man, they just, I swear to God, they
not
are
all of them. Not all of them.
90%. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's 10%. I mean, like,
just saying, it's the 2 states where people retire the most.
No, you cannot. You can't say the same thing about us. Actually, people think we're really nice. They just think I'm an asshole.
How about the same thing if you lived in like Columbus, Ohio, and went to
you know what? That's the same person. That's the same person that probably was in the standing in the street, a car, didn't even touch her. She falls on the floor. Oh, the car hit me. Like a Sue type of person trying to make money.
Anyway.
I think it's actually the sun out there because Arizona's such balls ass hot all the time that maybe it just fries their brain. I'm not from Gary, Indiana either. And yeah, I mean, yeah, Gary, Indiana. I don't know.
All right, you big toy collectors that got lots of money. An original X-Wing miniature model from Empire Strikes Back is heading to Heritage Auction. It just started. Starting bid is $170.
So for people that don't understand what you're saying, These were the models. So like they didn't actually have the planes flying through the trench and all. It was miniature
What?
models.
That wasn't real?
No,
Well, no,
real.
but thank you. But it was miniature models for a lot of the big action stuff, right? Like that's what they used was miniature models for a lot of that. So
They
there's
used models attached to sticks, more or less.
yeah. So like now when you see these huge X-wings like at the park, yeah, that's not what they were using. They were using these little model things, right? It wasn't like huge X-wings on rollers. I mean, they'd have like a cockpit or something for some of them, but like not actual. Because we just did Galaxy Edge, where Galaxy Edge has got an X-wing there. There's a fucking X-wing, and dude, there's fucking dude.
Ruben's gonna sue you now. You
oh, shit.
And the stroller company.
Yeah, and whatever, and the company
thank
that
you,
made
Ed.
those model
Spoilers. Hold on, guys. Shit. Anyways, anyway. No, but the Millennium Falcon. No, you go to the Millennium Falcon. Like if you go to the Disney park, there's a big ass Millennium Falcon there.
Yeah.
Shit, for years. How long has that AT-AT been in the Florida?
That somebody sat in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see what this one goes for. But starting bid 175. It's not New Hope. It's Empire Strikes Back.
All three of those guys have been to Celebration too, where they bring in life-size models of all these vehicles. So shut up.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll try to track this one down in a couple weeks, see what it goes for. But if you want it, now's your shot.
That's not that expensive. I mean,
no, for an actual prop.
Yeah.
Well,
how long do they have left?
I wonder, like, you ever wonder if they like actually like have the provenance to tell you like, oh, this was like Red 5. This was Luke's X-wing model.
With all the shit that the English people stole, I doubt they have fucking any provenance on this. The only guy who has the provenance is the guy that did the toy book for the Kenner. That guy has got so much. And by the way, that dude, I don't care what, nice guy, but he stole a bunch of shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He has so much
money.
Former guest.
A former guest. Not to say off the record we talked to him, but yeah, and it wasn't. Some of it wasn't stolen. Like people, they just left shit. Like they didn't think it was gonna be that valuable.
It's abandoned property. What can you do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. This one is a rumor. I'm gonna put these in there sometime. And Dom, I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you think this is actually gonna happen or not? So the rumor this week is Vel Sartha from Andor. She's gonna be a part of Ahsoka season 2.
It was Mon Mothma's
cousin.
Yeah, well, Mon Mothma's cousin because she's still apparently she's still alive. They tried.
Can I ask a question before Dom does this? Do you find Mon Mothma's cousin attractive, Dom?
No.
Okay, so then he's gonna say no to this. All right, go ahead. So go ahead.
No, the whole fact is that because they said that they were trying to connect her with the girl from Rise of Skywalker. That's her, and an older version of herself is in.
I'm just asking you. This is rumor. Do you think it's going to happen or not?
You know what? Bob Mothma's in it, so her cousin might be able to show up an older version of her cousin.
It's a yes or no. Yes or no. I want a yes or no.
Yeah, I'll say yeah, maybe.
All right, Dom's got a yes. We're going to keep some tallies in this
It's
one.
obvious. You're asking me, will Dave Filoni take a character from a show that's not his and use it in a show? The answer to that question is almost always yes.
Yeah, so he could claim. Was she popular? Do people like to see? That's it. Might be no, because Dom said that. Oh, yeah, she's got mannish features. Yeah, no. So I'm saying no. I'm with Dom on this one. I think Dom's got the. I wasn't trying to be mean. Some people have gotten.
You're with Dom. Dom said yes.
She looks like Wayseeker as a chick. I mean,
Dom said yes. It's going to show up though.
Oh, but I'm with. But that's not what he means. He says yes to everything. But the true Dom is saying there is no, because when I said is she attractive, he put his hand and she's like, absolutely not. No. So like,
all right, Dom, I'm going to give you one more shot.
No, I'll tell you this. No, she may not appear, but maybe her name will be mentioned.
No, it's an appearance. Yes or no? Yes or no?
No appearance. No,
okay, no. He changed his mind because of Marco.
No appearance.
No.
Well, I will say this for Ahsoka season 2, it seemed odd that like the only person in Ahsoka season 1 that dealt with the Republic or whatever so much was Hera, right? Mm-hmm. Which I get it, she's like a general in the army, but like we didn't really see, like in Andor we saw the senators, we saw like all those people kind of connected to everything, and like pretty much the only people we saw deal with that in season 1 of Ahsoka was Hera.
And they had that little tribunal with C-3PO showing up there or whatever.
Yeah.
But
But like,
Can I address
it
this?
makes sense if they had a scene where she showed up, in support of the army. I don't know, or is now a senator like Mon Mothma was, or some other stupid shit.
Does anybody care if she shows up again though?
No,
not at all.
I don't want.
Why are people even starting rumors about this? It doesn't.
Because they got nothing else to do. Because there's thousands of Doms in the world that come up with rumors, try to make themselves think they're smart.
Hey,
wait, Chica, I'm smart, man.
Knock
those glasses off your nub's face.
That's not what Dom does. Dom just reads them, Wayseeker.
Oh, fair enough.
Jesus.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll try to come up with some more rumors every once in a while and see what Dom thinks actually comes.
Let me address this real quickly.
Well, I can see you mentioning her name because she was a big part of the rebellion. So I can see you mentioning her name that she's leading something name drop. That's about it. I don't because JJ did come up with a point. Dave Filoni did not like Tony Gilroy's thing. He wasn't a fan of it. They mentioned it that he don't like any his toy box is his toy box to put other characters in. He don't want to give credit to Tony Gilroy. He wants his characters. So name drop.
She gay in the show.
So I can see that.
I don't remember this character at all, by the way.
Val, she's the one that had the with the girl.
She's like the only other one from season 1 that knew Andor that lived in the end.
Yeah, they did the heist together.
Her girlfriend died. Her girlfriend got killed on
yeah, she just wasn't that memorable. I guess.
She was pretty memorable.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, she'd be in her 50s.
Pretty memorable. She played pretty important.
But how come
she's the one where the girlfriend died on?
Yeah.
She wasn't that memorable. I mean, she's like
she is.
Yeah, she is a memorable character.
She's like the 30th character in that fucking thing.
But you know what's funny? She'd be 50. How come Mon Mothma still looks good and she grew her hair back?
Yeah, but
in Ahsoka, and she looked different because of the bad haircut for the movies. They had to match it up with the movies.
What nonsense is he talking about now?
Thinking guy.
Right. Address this thing before we can move
Hold on. Let me address this before we move on so it doesn't go so far. No, he didn't say he stole anything. He kind of said jokingly, I said, oh, dude, so you kept all that stuff, right? You just, and he's like, well, he's like, they sent a bunch of stuff. And he's like, I do have a bunch of stuff. And then I can honestly not say how, I don't want to put words in his mouth. I can't say how he said it wasn't returned to them. But he does own a bunch of the stuff. He's like, I had to use it.
I'm going to say this anyways.
What?
Disclaimer. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I'm going to say
No. I don't like. So I'm not quoting him on this one, but he did infer that he has a lot of stuff still from those photo shoots. Kind of like, I mean, what else are you going to do with them? Like, kind of like that.
I mean, also too, we give actors and stuff crap all the time, but like they will often be given stuff that they just take, or like you said, they don't care, and
but some random dude in England who's got like a ton of Star Wars stuff in the ceilings and the walls.
I'm not saying that doesn't happen either. I'm just saying like there's also a large amount of stuff that like once you use it as a prop or whatever, you don't give a shit about it.
Yeah, but a hoodlum, you're a hoodlum. If you're burying stuff in your walls, you don't bury stuff in your walls because legal ways of yeah, like you do that because something shifty's going on.
All right. So remember how they're going to do 10 of these graphic novels, Dark Horse? They're going to come out like every once a month. They're all going to be Clone Wars characters.
Hey, you know who did a good job of that? IDW with Transformers. Great job with that.
We got the first one, March? We're getting the second one in January. So 10 months later, whatever it is, we're getting General Grievous Hyperspace Storage graphic novel.
About the year 2031.
2026. So we got 8 more of these coming. They will not be finished. Time dies.
This is what happened. This is what happened with Dark Horse the first time when they took it away from it. That's why there was all those pallet sales for all that stuff because they couldn't get the shit out to market.
I think I figured out the problem with this. Clearly, we didn't know about it, and it hasn't been in the news. But I think George R.R. Martin has taken over the publishing initiative for Dark Horse.
No, they've always
a certain amount of books and never produced them.
So. JJ, go back and look at the track record of them releasing zeros accidentally after issue 2s, not releasing a one shot, and then a year later actually pushing the book out. Dark Horse has always done this, always done this, and it hasn't been getting any better.
They had problems with it the first time they had
That's what I'm saying.
Series and stuff they produced and then got delayed and everything.
Right.
The first time they had it, so
that's why when like the whole thing was happening, people were like, "Oh, these are getting torn apart in boxes." If you heard what I said, I was like, "No, everybody forgot the Dark Horse pallet sales. They were having those pallet sales because Dark Horse was so far behind. They just had pallets of comics that they never shipped out to the distributor, and they had to get rid of them within like 2. And they waited till the last month too. And then they had
too, when you delay a project, people order less of it. So
yeah.
I mean, like if I'm a comic shop and you've delayed this project for 6 months and everybody forgot about it, why the fuck would I order? The same amount. Like
this thing's gonna do horrible. Whether it's good or bad, it's gonna do horrible.
Did any of you see the General Grievous AI like mini story when they put General Grievous together?
Nope.
That is freaking badass, dude. Check it out.
Nope.
Check it out. And they also have a Boba Fett one. Young Boba Fett buries his dad. Really good stuff.
The algorithm that hits Dom is wild.
It's wild.
No, it's not wild.
It's all a bunch of chat GTP and like AI voices.
It's on, when you go to YouTube, they show it on YouTube, dude. It's freaking badass, man.
That's the algorithm suggests that to you, Dom. It doesn't suggest it everywhere.
All right. So we got the big collector's news of the week. We're getting Coca-Cola Star Wars combo with 30 characters can be featured on.
So when Dom's dead, there's gonna be a bunch of bloated Coca-Cola cans over shooting out sugar water everywhere. Huh?
Cola. So I know Dom's collecting Boba Fett. Are you collecting any others than Boba Fett?
I have a question.
Darth Maul.
Okay. What's your question, Marco?
So hold on. I looked at the one sheet on this. But so what's the black? Is that regular Coke in the black can too?
So no, they're not all regular Coke. So 1 second here. So 3 of these are going to be Disney Park exclusives only.
Hey, dickhead! I had a question.
I'm getting to it. It's the next slide.
Okay.
It's the next slide.
We're trying to ruin the show, Marco.
Yeah.
Patient.
All right. So you got Mando and Grogu, you got Chewie, and you got the Stormtrooper. But these are the 27 not. So no, the ones with the black are the zero.
Zero sugar. What about Diet Coke? Like me on Diet Coke?
It's only regular and zero sugar.
What? This is stupid.
I don't know why. I didn't do the promotion.
Diet Coke silver cans? I guess.
So you can get them on either of the regular Cokes, and those are the characters you get.
Oh, Diet Coke's in a silver can.
Yeah.
Well, dude, it looks stupid. Go back to the bottles. That looks stupid as shit anyways on the bottles.
Yeah, it looks dumb on the bottles.
Hey, could you no, that's the cans. Do you know what a bottle is?
Yeah.
Next slide.
You mean these?
Yeah, that looks stupid. So what are you talking about?
And they also have glass bottles you can get them on too.
Do a red wrap. Wait, is it the same? So it's different characters on the glass and the plastic?
No. The same characters on either the cans
or the glass
bottles.
Exception of those 3 bottles.
Or the plastic
bottles Disney Park.
These 3 bottles are exclusive to Disney.
But these 3 are.
No, are they going to put them on other bottles too?
They put them on cans,
like regular Coke. Hold on, excuse me. Regular Coke, can or I don't buy a lot of pop. So, but there's a mini bottle, right? And then there's a glass bottle, and then there's a can. Correct? Is that the 3 ways you can get it? Coca-Cola.
Plastic bottle, glass bottle,
can.
That's how they sell the product. What about 2 liter?
They didn't say anything about 2 liters.
Okay.
I don't think so.
So is it going to be so like on every? So like on every regular Coke of that form, like mini bottle, big bottle, or whatever, not just the
I doubt they do mini bottles.
Okay.
You're talking like the little 10-ounce bottles?
Yeah.
It's a 20-ounce plastic bottle.
I like those little mini bottles. They want to pop it so they get. So I was just saying, so like Lando's going to be on a plastic bottle and a can, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So Dom has to get all 3 Boba Fett's because it's Dom.
Yep.
So where do they sell the glass bottles?
Glass bottles you can buy them in stores, 7-Eleven, restaurants.
It's going to be like the Oreo cookies. When the Oreo cookies at the Star Wars Oreo cookies, you find them in the stores.
Yeah. So they start in July. So this week they'll come out.
I think cookies were let's say you buy a 12-pack though, it's a variety of characters, right?
Correct. But you don't know what you're getting.
It's not like all 12. You don't get like 12 Darth Vaders.
Oh, if you buy a case, is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait a second. From the looks
do they still sell cubes?
I don't know.
My dad used to drink you guys might not be old enough for this. Dom those.
Yeah.
Dom, remember cubes?
Yes.
What was that? How many was in a cube? Was it like 64?
64, or you had the what was it, the 40? It was either 64 or 40. I remember.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Of course. But this
tastes better than
but listen, Wayseeker, the way this looks, it says regular Cokes will have these characters. But then it says the Zero Cokes will feature these characters. So the regular Coke characters will be featured with the sugar. So you're going to have them in that as well, too, because it just says regular Coke has a bunch of names, and then the sugar-free Cokes.
Yep. There's 27 of them. These are the regular ones. There's 27 of these, and then these are the 3 exclusives. So there's 30 altogether.
So I know
there is like a double Chewy. So like Wookiee Fanatic would need the Zero Sugar Coke Chewbacca and the Disney Park Chewbacca.
What's the point?
Captain Phasma, was that one?
Hey, why don't you just? Hey, hold on. Excuse me, but can I ask another question? So, like here, this Gatorade bottle, right? You can just do this right here.
Oh yeah.
Take this part off.
Yeah.
So that's what's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
People are just going to the store and take the.
No.
Why?
No. Because
people at the bottles full.
Buying this is going to be Coke collectors.
Yeah.
So the Coke collectors are going to be buying this more than anything, and they want.
I will tell you this is what. Let me explain to you what happens with pop. People leave this shit in their house. The temperature rises and lowers and rises and lowers,
matter, though.
And it forms a leak.
You have a sealed bottle or a sealed can.
Yep, and it eventually bloats, and when it bloats, that shit starts pouring out of it, and then eventually you get to it, and there's just a ring of black death around it.
This is the Disney Park, the detonator.
Is that still full of Coke, Dom?
Yeah, it's still full of Coke. It's still soda.
How old is it?
I have this for about 4 years
It's
right
only
now.
4 years. I'm telling you, give it a good 10, 15 years. We'll see what happens, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. So anyway, your favorite characters, pick them up if you want this. I think it's dumb, but whatever.
I think this is stupid.
But we did get the greatest commercial of Star Wars of all time that they released with it. It's 2.5 minutes of greatness. It's
so
people just like me going, watching Star Wars.
It's just like Seeker.
What?
Yeah, this is a bunch of LARPers.
There's a lot of nerds like you.
and you're going to watch all 3 original movies. Is what they, you go in there. You got the cantina scene. They're hanging out. They're buying their Cokes. The movie starts. Halfway into New Hope. The movie goes down.
First off, this isn't Wayseeker. Hold on, this isn't Wayseeker and his nerd friends. This is what Wayseeker and his nerd friends think cool them looks like. Not even real them. Like at their coolest moment, they think this. Like first, you're not doing backflips. You're not fun. You look like a turd sack when you swing around the lightsaber. All right, you're unathletic as shit. It's 2 left legs. You don't look good. I mean, the only thing terrible. You're like, oh, this is gonna be really cool. I'm gonna be Darth Vader and put my helmet off. First, your costume doesn't look as good as that does. Your costume looks like some bullshit that you made out of
whole theaters in cosplay too for this.
Number two, your articulation as just like a 8-point articulation of one of these dolls is the same. It's chunky. You don't actually move like that. So when you're holding the lightsaber, you look like, what was that guy, Fatty Soft or whatever? You've got more motion like that dude. Don't use full force. Then you do actually Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker.
This was the greatest Star Wars commercial of all time.
Yeah, because this is what you in your head think you are. The reality is
very
different.
I watched this thing like 25 times.
What I'm telling you, that is your ideal, like in your mind, that's your dream life. You're like, dude, and you're like, this happens, right? Some people have hero complexes where they dream about like breaking up robberies or like, hey, we have a meteor coming. Oh, we're gonna make you the president to save the world. Wayseeker's fantasy is that one day he could get in some fucking LARPing car cosplay.
Yes, thank you.
What's that?
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, yeah, it's LARPing. It reminded me of Role Models, the movie Role Models. He's like,
it was great.
And it's not how it plays out. That's
you got Kylo and Rey fighting over using the Force for a bottle. Like you can't beat that. And the guy actually looks like
charging in that
it's
not
supposed
to
great,
be father and son starring in it type of thing. But other than that, it has
the Jawa in the background's pretty dope.
Yeah, you get the. Let's be clear. You get the best live action Boba Fett of all time right here. Like, tell me a better live action Boba Fett.
Was it Morrison? It sounded like him. He's like,
No, he's too skinny.
I just woke up. What happened?
Skinny.
I've been in a Sarlacc pit.
Yeah, this is great. It was great. So I don't know. I tried to get.
It
Marco
was
to
not
clip-
great.
I tried to get Marco to clip it for us, but he refused. He's like,
Absolutely.
I
don't want to know what your wet dream is,
I'm
dude.
too
This
cool.
is terrible.
I'm not gonna do that for you.
No. This
Never.
was like, hey guys, he blew the chat up like 10 times. This was like his moment. This is his wet dream. You can never give Dom a hard fucking
I can't. If I
again.
Why was there no nubs in this commercial?
There wasn't
Because
enough.
nubs sucks.
Because it was all based off of the main movies.
That's not the main
Not the main
movies.
movie,
No.
Ahsoka.
The
All the
9.
movies.
It's made on the 9 movies. All the characters.
But Ahsoka's in it.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Mandalorian.
Ahsoka's in it.
And Mandalorian. But Mandalorian's getting a movie now. But that's
Yeah,
right.
she
There
is.
was like a
And
Thrawn type
K2SO
character.
was in it there. Shit.
Yeah,
So that
fair
ain't
enough.
right either.
Fair enough.
You
Nubs
know
didn't get
nothing
it.
about Star
Nubs
Wars.
didn't get
You
in it.
put
Well,
this slide
K2SO is from the Rogue One.
right
so-
here.
I
K2SO.
know. I'm just
It's
trying
right
to find some
there.
reason for Nubs not to be in it. But hey, Nubs should have been in it. Maybe I'll have to watch it for the 25th, 7th
You know
time.
what? We should
Nubs
do
in
like
it.
a.
Hey, that really is your wet dream, right, Wayseeker?
Oh,
This is
totally. That's great. I would totally wish I was there.
God,
I didn't have enough
LARPing
time to
in
do it this week, but I still say we should do like a run like 20 seconds of a commercial, and then you have to Marco and everybody else has to guess first off what the commercial's for, and also if it's like a television or movie reference, who the actor is.
Oh, well, I can't do the actor thing, but I'm good at identifying what commercials are for.
Yeah, this was great. Please, if you haven't seen it in chat, watch it. It's amazing.
Don't waste your time. It's not that great.
It's great. So
One watch is probably will do you. You don't have to waste your time.
I like how the group chat, Wayseeker is like, I think it may be an older commercial. You know what it looks like? Because it looks like something they would have shot in like the 1990s with like bad effects and acting.
Yeah, this is not great. It was
That's why it
not
looked like
great.
an old commercial.
anyway,
Actually, the commercial reminded me of the commercial of the Phantom Menace back in the day when they had the Phantom Menace.
I will say this. Yeah, is that what it reminded you of?
No, they were saying
mean
the
the
commercial
commercial from
reminds me of like one of the
1999?
old Star Wars commercials back in the day for like a product, Pepsi, because Pepsi had Star Wars at one time too.
I will tell you this. Oh, excuse me. The one thing that I did like about it was the Boba Fett part at the end was pretty good. That was probably the best part of the
well, I
commercial.
also think that I couldn't forget a picture of it. My favorite part is there's a Death Star guy carrying his popcorn buckets, and when the Death Star explodes, the popcorn goes everywhere. Like,
Do
that
you
was
know?
so cool.
And see, Wayseeker, you dropped the ball once again, and this is why you'll also always be poor. The thing you should have actually put into news was that Coke has renewed, and I think who was the other company? Was it Lego or something? Renewed their licensing with like this. This is why the stock went up. They, even though with the aluminum shortage, they renewed their licensing with Star Wars, which is going to be one of the longest running.
Exactly, and Star Wars.
And Dom, which Dom was addressing there, Wayseeker, before you cut him off with your stupid Star.
Dom, you need to get this guy to come on. You're right, Dom. You gotta get that actor.
I'll
signature,
find out who
need
the actor is.
to find out who
Whoever
he is,
the
get
actor
him
in the
on.
ad is. That's
Yeah. Hey, commercial. Gonna find out.
It should be,
Yeah,
You know?
I
like,
agree.
some
That
famous
is a
person
great
who's-
idea, Sticks. That is the best idea.
Dom, do you see what? Do you see how? Hey, do you see how Wayseeker is projecting here? He only goes to the comments when he's getting roasted because he did something wrong. Dom, do you see how he did that?
But you see, but Sticks didn't
called
say like get the actor to come on
deflection.
TV. He says now you need to get that actor's signature, meaning on my Boba Fett pops. That's what he was trying to say. The Coke
Yeah,
pop.
you do that, but he also should come
Yeah,
on.
but you know what? Listen, he'll probably go out there
No.
and probably promote the commercial.
Dude,
No?
that's probably not even a dude
No.
underneath that.
That's not a thing. They don't go out and promote a commercial.
No,
The
but
commercial is
hey,
the
well,
commercial.
hold on now. Slow down. Don't you dare disparage commercial actors there, JJ.
Yeah.
If that's a commercial actor,
I'm saying they don't go
yes.
out and promote
For
them.
some of us thespians, we had acting teachers who the only work they got was either extras or in commercials, and they are very proud of their commercial acting. Thank you very much. Not everybody did summer stock like Dom, playing Dom the Guido. Okay,
Hey,
some people.
I did some background work in commercials. I did some stuff back in the day. So
Yeah, I'm very proud of that. They still have their card there,
You need to
JJ.
get the old Dom headshots. Surely there's a set of
That
Dom
is
headshots
not
out
what
there.
we need. That is some nonsense.
Want
But
the
what I'm
headshot.
saying is, yeah, we could probably get that person on if we can figure. Dom, call the guild, find out who it is.
actually, you know what? You know what? You can actually find it either the guild or you can go on Boba Fett fan club, because Boba Fett fan club, anything Boba Fett is able to get the
Hold on.
actors, the
Hold
catalog
on.
models. I'm like,
Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's see right now if we can do this. Boba Fett fan club. What are we looking?
Boba Fett fan club, Boba Fett in commercial. And see if you can they can find out who it is because they're really good. Boba Fett fan club. I'm
keep
friends
a
with them.
running list of actors.
Yeah, they have all the actors, the stuntmen, everybody who played Boba Fett.
No, this is going to take longer than you think. Yeah, I can't do that. Fatopedia?
Just go actors who portrayed Boba Fett.
Serious question while we're somewhat on the subject. Does it ever bother you, Dom,
what?
That Tamara Morrison got his job as Boba Fett basically from being not Boba Fett? Like he was Django.
It doesn't bother me. Hey, you know what? Listen, I'm a Django fan too. I actually, you know what? Over the years, I became more of a Django fan. Over the years with the video game bounty hunters and stuff like that. I like Django, man. And look, and he's the clones. He's a template of the clones. So he is the guy who plays Boba Fett. But like I said, Boba Fett, less helmet off, more helmet on.
Who did it better, Jeremy Bullock in Empire Strikes Back with his 2 lines, or Boba Fett?
I'm sorry, Jeremy Bullock. I mean Jeremy Bullock. I love the original Boba Fett. That's how I grew up. I grew up loving the original Boba Fett.
There you
So
go.
I'm going to be honest with you. That Jeremy Bullock was the shit.
John Hamm played Boba Fett?
He voiced Boba Fett in the book, the audio book.
Audiobook.
Certain point of view.
All right, we're going to get into that later. We still got 2 more segs. Speaking about Dom segs, Dom's Toys, it's back.
All right,
Dom?
we're back with toys. All right, so we have a R2 Boo 25 coming out for Halloween. The figures, the Disney parks, they usually get all the special like holiday droids. A lot of people love the droids, so we have another droid. We have 2 Funko Pops coming out very soon. The Ahsoka and Vader, they light up and make sounds, which you put batteries in them, the battery operated, and you get the sound and sound effects. The light up and sound effect feature.
Lights up just the saber.
This area. Hey, speaking about Legos, here we go. Legos back. Siege of Mandalore Battle Pack. We get the 2 Super Commandos, 332 second clones as well, which that's pretty cool. Everybody likes the clones and also the Mandalorians. We're getting a play scale AT-AT Mandalorian Grogu version featured leaked Mandalorian movie trailer. We're getting that.
Wait, what?
So we're getting a play scale AT-AT for Mandalorian and Grogu version from the movie.
What leaked Mandalorian trailer?
Yeah, the trailer when they leaked the trailer and they showed the trailer. They showed scenes.
No,
yeah, Disney AT-AT. Yeah,
the one that we got way back at D23.
Okay.
Yeah, we're getting a Darth Vader bust. Similar to the recent Marvel bust. So we're going to be getting busts now for characters, which they'll probably come out of Boba Fett, and I will definitely.
We had a Boba Fett. Oh well.
No, they had the helmet. Just the helmet. Yeah.
They get the helmet in part of their chest.
They're still making Book of Boba Fett items. Cobb Vanth versus Cad Bane Bounty Hunter duel set from the Book of Boba Fett.
I'll get that.
Includes 3 minifigures. Actually, I like this.
Shoulder pop off.
Yeah, I don't know. We're also getting a mid-scale ventilator.
Holy shit! That's gonna be expensive, dude.
That will be. Yeah.
It's an 18 plus the play set, so that means
it's one of the nicer ones.
Yeah. And then we're getting the Razor Crest coming back.
Why?
Yeah, you see, Mandalorian movie. He's getting He's getting his Razor Crest back. I think that's when he's coming back. So he lost it. He's gonna get it back.
How do you get it back? That's the thing I don't understand.
Well, that get it back. There's gonna be a similar ship that he gets. Because it's the from the Clone Wars. There's a freaking commando ship that he has. So there's another one that's out there that the New Republic probably has, and they give them.
I hope like 20 minutes of the movie isn't about him getting his ship back.
I hope not either.
Yeah. Wasn't that the point of freaking season 3? He's got a new ship.
The whole fact is that in the movie, if you see the leaked trailer when freaking
that's why I watched like 3 episodes of Pelimoto. Was like
maybe it's just a flashback.
When Zeb. I don't know when Zeb is in the ship. That as the Razor Crest.
You're right. It was
bigger Razor Crest too. Who knows? But he's getting that back, and we're getting that more yellow than the previous set. So that means it's going to be lighter.
Wait, hold the phone. You're telling me that Tamir Morrison really wasn't even Jango Fett? That it really was mainly Nick Gary and Scott McClane in the suit the whole time?
Yeah.
So why do you care? Oh my god! Okay.
Those are the actors that portrayed the stuntmen that were in the Oscars.
You mean it's almost like they don't have to have him in every shot of it?
No, they don't have to have
something?
Nope.
All right. Last but not least, May 11th, the top 77 Star Wars Special got the rookie card. Sold for $10,850.
Wow.
43 bibs, but it's a graded Gem Mint 10. So
Okay, Gem Mint these nuts, but that's pretty good.
yeah. Crazy, right?
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's really crazy.
And that is the toy. So short toy.
Nice. Yeah, short and sweet. All right, and then finally we have the last segment. We still haven't got. We gotta get a thing for this. Thank you, Wookiee Fanatic, for this. It is Guess the Collectible.
I have no idea what it is even.
It's the expanded universe.
Expanded early. I'll say he said early expanded universe stuff. So,
Ooh, okay.
so EU or Legends, if you want to call it Legends, you can call it that. But yeah, that's what the official Lucasfilm terminology is.
Interesting.
And I actually did not review this at all, so I get a guess with you guys on this one. So.
Nice.
Hopefully, there's nothing horribly wrong with the slides because I didn't go through.
Yeah, we'll get started here by the time Mark gets back.
Yeah.
First one.
Well, Dom just got up too, so I guess I'll wait.
Oh, I'm back.
Star Wars 7 9.8 newsstand.
The first expanded universe comic. So for those who don't know, 1 through 6 retold A New Hope, and then from there, Marvel was kind of on their own story-wise, at least for a little while until what was it like episode
39
issue like 49, I think was Empire.
39, right? 39.
Yeah, 39, and they went to the Empire Strikes Back afterwards.
Yeah. Somewhere along the line, they eventually got to Empire Strikes Back, but in between there, they were technically expanded universe stories. So.
9.8
newsstand.
I still don't think it's worth that much.
I think $150.
The newsstand thing doesn't matter too much because they
No.
didn't put it in the listing, and also everything then was newsstand. There was no direct.
Give me
All those first appearances on the corner.
185.
See,
185. I say.
I'm gonna go. My first thing was 220, so I'm gonna go 220.
185.
I'll go a little bit higher than Wayseeker. These things are harder to find. I'm gonna go 275.
275.
Pretty hard to find in 9.8 nowadays.
It's hard to find 9.8. I agree, but it's just not high demand. Maybe depends on if it's auction or buy it now too. That's hard. If it's auction, could go really low. What do we got? What do we got in chat? Anybody in chat guessing?
12.
Nobody guessed.
Oh, what are you doing moving forward yet? No chat.
There's no guesses.
220. 220. I was pretty close. I got that one.
Wayseeker wins that one. We
I
should
got
keep
that
track
one.
of score with this thing.
Yeah.
Marco actually won. You didn't hear his bid. He said 210.
We put in an auto bid of $1 for Marco.
Yeah.
So close to that.
All of these are just heads up. All of them are auctioned with the last slide. So good to know. Good to know. All right, let's see what we got here. Splinter of Mind's Eye. This is the first edition hardcover.
This
I have
freaking story.
never seen this one. This is not the science fiction book club, but it is a super difficult to find.
I have never seen this before in my life either.
Hardcover.
Yeah, so these first print hardcovers for the EU stuff are pretty hard.
I'll
to
say
find.
350. 350 for this.
It's such a bad book. This story is so bad.
The trader gets it makes me laugh that Vader gets his arm cut off and trips over his arm.
Especially the extended universe or expanded universe stuff doesn't really matter, to be honest.
Cuts his arm off and he trips over his own arm and he falls into it.
Oh yeah. And then, was this the one where they had the absurd like super weapon story? It was like
175 for Sticks.
I say 350.
I don't know what Sticks is. I'm like one. I'm gonna say 125. I'll go a little bit lower than Sticks.
I'm gonna say where was that last time? 220.
What, you have this Sticks?
I feel good. You might have this Sticks. Well, yeah,
he does.
Great.
I may have this $150 book stash somewhere.
I don't have this one. I'll say 220. Anybody else in chat jumping in? Might just be Sticks the only one guessing in chat today. All right, what we got here? Oh, 100. So
hey, I said 125.
Yep. JJ's got that one.
Good. I was a little bit over.
Yeah. So far I've got one and JJ's got one.
Holy hell.
Actually, Marco's got both of them. Marco's got both of them. He said it. He wasn't even there. He said
Dom's right. Dom's right.
You see?
I wonder how good the good condition on this stuff, because a lot of these things are beat to shit.
Good condition doesn't mean much.
Well, a hardcover you see like the spot. Like I know it's a shadow probably showing, but hardcovers do get a little warped on the other covers too.
They
Yeah,
do.
well, the dust jacket.
Well,
usually is what
the spine,
suffered a
yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
Well, you got actually. You know what? You know what? The spine.
There's a
Yeah.
picture of it. Okay.
The dust jacket's not bad, but the spine is. Yeah, that's why they're showing you the inside. That spine is what you have to look at because you first page sign.
And Walker, have you seen that book? The hardcover like that of Friends of the Mine Eye? Have you ever seen it?
Not that I'm aware of.
I've never seen this book.
The science fiction book club edition runs 10 to 20.
Yeah.
And it's white inside. It's white on the inside.
white
cover?
inside.
Yeah, it's the
jacket.
white.
Okay, so you gotta look for the black inside jacket.
Interesting. Okay.
Good.
Where did that come from? Like, oh, yeah, I've seen this
I
one.
think it was just the first print. Like
Okay.
just a,
Yeah, just the first print. Han Solo
Yeah.
lost. I have actually never read this book.
stories.
I
I've
actually
never
read this a long
book.
time ago
When you
myself.
read this book?
I read the story on this one. My brother has all these books. Geekstronomy. He has them all.
I
read this.
Anything before 1990, because that's probably when I started reading it when I was like, probably 92.
Hey,
so like
it's not
9.
fair to do 100. I'm doing 116.
I'll say $85.
I'll go
So much
165.
The question is older stuff rarer in this case? I don't know that it is.
I don't know if it is either.
I'm gonna go with $75.
So what was your guess, Marco?
116, but that's high. But
I
I
had
think
165. Where'd you have down?
cover, skull and cover.
85.
85. JJ was close there. 50.
Wow.
That was way too high.
That was still
Way too high. Who got that one?
Nobody wins. Too high.
All right. Nobody
we
got that
can't
one.
go over now.
I'm just joking.
Is it a new rule?
Did Dom get that one?
I said 85.
What'd you get, JJ?
I said
Forget.
75.
He
Oh, yeah,
said
JJ got that one. JJ got that one.
Undercut Dom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Ruben, you did miss a lot. Lando and the Flame Wind of Ocean?
I've never seen this
I
book.
don't even know what the fuck this is.
What is
I've
it?
never seen this book.
What? I've never even heard of this book, ever.
I've never heard of this book either. And I know they had books for Lando and for
So this is probably
Solo.
rare. 120. This has got to be rare because I've never.
brand new.
145. 145.
It looks
Huh?
good.
It looks good.
It could be $5 because nobody's ever heard of it before.
Yeah, but I doubt
It's
it. It could be
auction. He
silver.
said it's auction.
I mean,
Oh, it's
brand new.
auction.
It's auction.
he said it was auction.
It
He
says
said everything's
brand new.
auction except for the last item.
There are 3 Lando books.
$32. 32. It's Lando.
$45.
I'll
I'm
go.
gonna say
Go ahead.
$1.
There are 3 Lando books.
I will go $64.
65 for Ruben.
I'm going one lower than Ruben. I'm going 64.
Sticks I got it because it's rare.
I was thinking $1.
120.
Oh, 6 got it. Dang it. I should.
yeah.
That was my guess was last time.
Oh,
Dang it. Ah, good job.
Six.
The reason why it threw me off, I shouldn't look at the chat because he said there's 3 books. So I was like, okay, so.
Who would have guessed Lando book would sell for more or so much more?
Yeah, I
than
don't-
Well, yeah, that's
know.
why because it's rare. It's
I've never
brand
seen
new
this book
and-
before. That's why.
Yeah.
all right.
Ooh.
Thrawn
My
Trilogy
brother has the first
hardcover
editions.
first edition set.
Oof, man.
These aren't rare. The problem. It's what
I'm
all
gonna
of
say, I'll
They're
say
not there.
250,
Comes with a
275.
bookmark of some sort, too.
No.
Well, these aren't
I'll
rare,
go-
but
I'll go
It's the first edition. First edition. set.
60. $60.
He's right. No. They're more expensive than $60.
60
especially in this condition. This looks very nice
I have
condition.
a feeling though, like it says first edition set, so I have a feeling that is it some kind of special thing that included the bookmark?
Yeah, because that I have
No,
a
you
problem
could
with the
be right.
bookmark. I have a problem with the bookmark.
Because otherwise, why show it? Like I don't know.
I'm looking at this too really quickly. This looks sus.
I say 60.
This looks sus.
Sticking with it.
Hey,
We go.
75.
hey, Wookie, can you tell us, are these the original first printings?
First edition.
Dick said 67. He goes a
First
little higher than
edition
me.
set, it says.
It's no,
Just 3
first
first editions. Not a set.
Oh, just 3 first editions. All right, yeah, then I'm at $245.
245. Crazy.
Yeah, I know
It's
it's
like
like
$135.
120 and then like 60 and then like 40. So what is that? That's 225. Sorry, 225.
What do you got, JJ?
135.
135. I guess I think I'm going to be close to 60. Sticks might give me a
275.
67. Woo!
I said
201. All right, you all were right.
225, so I was close, yeah.
Nice. Fair enough.
Is
Good
the
price
bookmark
for that.
over the edge?
I don't get it. All right.
I have that book.
Oh,
I have
this
these
book.
two. I have two of them. This is the Insider 46.
Yeah.
This is
It
Thrawn
actually went
preview.
down.
There's two Thrawn preview magazines, and I don't know which one ever came out first. They're both came out about the same time.
Yeah.
They're both trash.
Well, this is the preview from. I have this from the preview, the Insider. So this basically was up there at one time when Thrawn's name was dropped in Ahsoka.
How much did you waste on this thing?
Near mint.
I got a set. I bought a set for like $50, and it had everything.
I think I'm gonna say 22.
Yeah, I'm
$8.
$50.
18.
18. Marcus is 18. I say 22.
I say 55.
55 for Dom. 75 for Ruben. Ruben always overpays.
I know he overpays for everything.
JJ.
I said $8.
8. All right, Sticks. We're waiting on you.
The actual retail price.
Come on, Sticks. 45. All right, let's see. 35. 30.
Oh, Comic Chef just comes in, sneaks in, and grabs one.
Oh,
Yeah.
nicely done, Comic
Nice
Chef.
done, Comic Chef. Nice done.
Yep. Star Wars Dark Empire Platinum
Oh, the
1
Platinum
through
one.
$75.
Oh,
Oh, I'm gonna ask a question.
yes.
Did this come with or without the COA?
Oh, because of the yeah.
So I think these came from, was it QVC or something they originally sold these things on? Or was it Dynamic Forces or something?
Dynamic Forces.
Dynamic Forces.
Forces.
Yeah.
DFs. Yeah, that's why he's asking for the COA.
But there is COAs, and the COAs there matters. Doesn't mention it in the title, but
$75.
I don't know. Does that matter? I mean,
it does
there's
matter.
There's only one platinum version of these things. It's not
It
like
doesn't
there's
matter. People want that little
And
piece.
there's
of
gold
paper.
too. Isn't there a gold version too as well?
Not
There's
sure
a
about
gold
the
version.
COA. Okay. Not sure. I'm gonna say
$75.
No,
135.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 162. They look like they're in good condition.
$85.
$85, $225 for Sticks, $275 for Ruben. Comics up to $315. Chat thinks these things are way more expensive than they should be. 86.
I
Oh,
said
wow.
$75.
All right, there you go.
Wow. Yeah, that's a good deal, actually, I think.
That's a
I don't
good
have that. I would probably pick that up somewhere around that price.
I need that Boba Fett book. No, Boba Fett cover.
Okay.
The landing dock.
The thing about those to always keep in mind is too that, like, although they limited stuff back in the day, like the limits were high. Like 4,000 is not very limited.
4,000 a lot.
Yeah, 4,000 is a lot of books. So
Yes.
Damn.
All right, you know this one, Dom. You
Oh,
talked about this
Dom
one.
knows
This
this
is
one.
I have it.
fun.
I have this.
This is the Rebels. I don't know how this goes in early extended universe, but we'll let this one pass.
This one dropped.
Hold on.
Thrawn's
This has got a
still
Star Wars
heir to the
exclusive
Empire, though.
sticker. It's
You
got a
got
sticker.
the Star Wars Celebration. I have this.
Dom told me one thing: stickers equal
Exactly.
more than $20.
So this is the regular one. So it went down in value because they have two other new. Actually, they have three other new Thrawns that came out. I'm gonna say $300.
Whoa! I wasn't anywhere close to that.
I'm going way under than that. I'll let you all go first.
So
JJ's been going last.
Thrawn.
I have a little bit of insider knowledge of this, and that I put this on my list of 10 things to pick up at a con. I think, if I remember. Right.
Uh-oh.
And I already
But it
told.
wasn't this one. It was one of the other ones that Dom mentioned.
I
Which
already
think
told.
technically the only difference
I have
is the
one
sticker.
for him. Yeah.
But I think I did see one of these either up for sale or sold. I'm gonna go with about what Dom said. I'm gonna go a little bit lower. I'm gonna say $225.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's kind of where I was sitting. Dang it. I'm going to go 226 because I was going to go for 225.
I'm going to go right between Ruben and Sticks and say 190.
With case, sorry, 130. 100 with
You may be
case,
right.
sorry.
130. I'm going
All right.
190.
Let's see what it is.
201.
Oh,
Sticks. Sticks got it close.
Six so close.
Mhm.
206.
Well done,
This
Sticks.
this
$5.
pop. All kidding aside, was up to $700, almost $1,000 at one time when his name was mentioned and people were going after this pop.
You should have sold that fucker.
I know I should have. I have it
also
I have it in my my pops
wasn't
in
this
storage.
wasn't this the celebration that was not too long after Rebels? He appeared on Rebels, right? It was like 2017 or something. I think.
Yeah, still not that far off with Case.
All right, this one is also for Dom.
Oh,
This is
came
the
out.
with the comic book.
I remember this.
This just came out too. The Mara Jade. I still want that comic because I think it's so cool cover. I'm not paying. Want to pay more than $20 for it, but I love.
How much was it
I
retail?
don't
Do
think
you
it's-
remember? How much was it when it was it like $450?
175, wasn't it?
I think it was.
No,
I think
it
it
was
was
more than $175.
Was it $400?
$250.
Was it
How
$450?
much?
250 or 300.
Yeah, maybe 300. It might have been 300 now that you mentioned.
I'll say $400.
I can't imagine it's gone up. I know you get the COA though. You can see the COA.
No.
I
He's
think
playing. He's playing with Dom. 250. I'm going 250.
I'm gonna go lower than that. I'm going 212.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess about right in the middle of the lot. I think I'm gonna say about. Dom, you said 400.
400.
If it went out for 350, I'm gonna say it stays or if it came out for 300, I'm gonna say it stays about there. So I'm gonna say 300.
That's a fair guess too.
Yeah.
It
212.
stays flat.
Ruben came in 225, just above it. We'll see. Oof, 420.
420.
Ooh, Sticks again.
I still
Well done,
think it was more expensive.
No, I said 400.
Yeah, Sticks is 436.
No, 436. I said 400.
Yeah, he's 16 away, not 20 away.
Math, bro. Math, Dom.
He's closer.
Math.
Shit,
Shit, Dom.
Get out of here.
Shit.
Goal, man. 436, 400.
I tried to stop you, Dom, too.
I know you did.
But then you just had to finish
Fucking
talking.
Sticks. Damn fucking Sticks.
Damn it, I tried to save you on that one, Dom.
I know.
Damn it.
Look, listen, I caught myself after.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, after I.
So-
I
It
caught
really
myself
was-
afterwards. I'm saying to myself, 420, 400. He said 436. If he said 440 something, it'd have been different. I just, my mind
I'm
was
surprised.
fuck you,
Am I the
Sticks.
only one that's
So
surprised?
animated.
Though,
Dom.
if this was actually 300, am I the only one surprised that it's this much now?
Yes. No,
Yeah.
I'm surprised too.
I'm surprised too.
I love you too, Sticks. I love you too. This is joking. Bastard.
That doesn't have to deal with it. The problem is you just said math and then
Oh, this
did
thing.
incorrect fucking math.
Dude, I know. Hey, listen, I'm sorry, man. It's been a long fucking day.
I agree, but when I try
gonna
to
be a
save
tough
you,
one.
Dom, let me save you.
I'm gonna wait to guess on this one because I have a feeling that
What is this shit?
I don't know.
I think it's 220.
No.
Kotobuyakia is a Bishoju means I think pretty princess or something like that in Japanese.
Yeah, it's a-
Okay,
yeah,
350
Oh,
bucks.
no, this thing is
350.
going to be more than that. This is what.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is
it's
going
gonna
to
be
be something that the
600.
Doms of the world like. I'm going to
Well,
go.
not having the box hurts it.
I don't think they care.
Who knows if the box? Oh, no box. Period.
250.
don't care.
250.
I'm still 315.
$670.
That's too much. With the box,
315.
it might go for about that much.
315.
This is the line of stacks.
Adam,
That
I
actually
thought
make
you
this
could
in all
overpay
kinds of
for
stuff
it.
too.
I said 250, so.
250. What do you got, Marco?
315.
505 in chat. We got a 75 from Ruben. Ruben doesn't want this at all. We know Dom would probably owns like 7 of these.
Dom Marino.
With the box, this would probably go for 600. Without the box, I'm going to say 475.
I said 670. I'm sticking with it. Oh, 200.
What did I say?
200. Who was
Closest
closest?
lower than I thought.
I think I said 315, so I don't know who's closer than that.
I said 250.
That's Dom.
Oh, that's Dom.
Dom got that one. Dom. All right. Stout of the Empire graded 9.4.
Here you go, Dom.
Yeah.
Dash Rindar. Boba
Yeah.
Fett.
How hard is it to find a
And
9.4?
Boba Fett right there in the background.
944 is a pretty high graded video game.
Yeah, that's high grade for a video game box. There was
So,
one on
It'd be
eBay.
like a 9.6 basically. In
It's like we're talking like 700. That's my guess. I'm gonna go 700.
Yeah. 395.
475.
I think I might be low.
I don't know. This is a tough one. I'm just gonna say 220.
220. got 175 from Ruben. I could see this one going up maybe more. I don't know. We're gonna move forward with say 700. 1,176.
Oh, balls! Who
There we
said
go. I got
700?
that one. I was closest.
Wow.
I thought it was low. I was thinking I was gonna think about moving up to 900, but wow, that's crazy.
Oh,
1,000.
balls!
That's crazy.
Whew. Shadows of the Empire factory sealed top
Oh wow.
box. No.
80
No.
bucks.
What?
80.
Not even.
Higher than that, probably.
It is the Hill. It says an all painted series by the Hill Brands. Or Hill,
Yeah.
whatever. Hill, yeah,
So
they're good.
this is like these early top sets were like some of the first Galaxy sets and stuff. They were very had a lot of art and stuff, but there's not like a lot of like collectability in there.
How,
There's just
did anybody guess
Again,
100 bucks?
is it factory sealed? Do these things actually come factory sealed? Because that doesn't look sealed to me.
It is.
I think these did come sealed, yeah.
100 bucks. 100 bucks? Did anybody say 100 bucks? That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna say
I'm
50.
going to
I said 80,
say
sir.
I'm going to say 150.
I say 50. We got 39. We got 65 in chat.
Woo!
Wow.
Good
182.
job, JJ. 182.
Hey, wait, didn't Chef get it? Comic Chef?
He got 80.
Nice.
Oh.
JJ had 150.
Oh.
Yep.
Wait.
Hasbro Star Wars Shadows of the Empire Dash Rendar's Outrider. Dom, you should have like 70 of these. How much you love Dash Rendar and Outrider. Like,
I love Dash Rendar. I thought he's a cool.
Does it come with his cool vest, though? Is the question.
Two more Han Solo, but that's all right, man.
This is always the weirdest ass looking.
I like
ship.
that ship too. The Outrender.
it's a Star Trek ship.
It looks weird as hell.
It's a Star Trek ship. This does not belong in Star Wars. I don't know why you like
It's like
this.
they took a was it a B wing? It's like they take a B wing and slap
I
a
had this too.
circular thing on it.
Yeah, Falcon on the other side.
I had this
Now Ruben says it's 60. We got 309.
65
He
bucks.
has it.
65.
You have this, Dom?
I don't have this ship. I had it, but I don't have it.
$45.99.
65.
don't have
How old
any-
were you, Dom, in
I
96?
don't have any frame of reference for
96?
this stuff.
I was
so I'm just
36
gonna
years
guess
old.
125.
Why were you buying this at 36 years old?
Why? I'm a
I'm
Star Wars
asking
fan.
you why.
I collect the toys. I stopped in my 40s and
Of
I
this-
started collecting
Of
again
this
in my
video
late
game
40s.
that you didn't play.
Hey, I'm sorry, Wave Seeker, you didn't have a childhood.
I'm going to go.
He ain't wrong.
75.
I said 65.
Sticking with
We got a 60
125.
from
I have
Ruben.
no idea.
I don't even know what everybody's guesses are. 48.
Thank
Wow.
you. Thank you very much. $45.99, I believe,
Not
would
a
be the
big-
closest.
Not a big Dash Rendar spaceship.
Thank you very
market,
much.
I guess.
That thing's hideous.
Thank you very much.
All
Very
right. The
good.
Those
old
are these leftover
school
B-wing and Millennium Falcon parts. to
Junior
slap
Jedi
them
Knight.
together.
What is? Yeah, this is.
This
It's-
is
I
like,
remember these.
these are the choose your own adventures, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
Uh-huh.
125. Right off
But
the
they're
bat.
not all first prints. There's some first
Some
prints.
first
Doesn't
prints.
matter. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Well, $85 then. $85.
I have a feeling there was more than these two. I don't
Nine-
There are.
$92.
There are like, see some of them.
$92.
I think
85
all
bucks.
20 go for like 100.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
85.
20.
I'm still sitting at $85, dude.
I'll go 30. I'll go 30.
$5 sticks at
Six says
$5.
30. This is
Probably has
not.
it.
Oh, this
He
is
probably
the
has it.
non-auction.
So this is the non-auction item.
Yeah, that's what I
Maybe
say.
it's high.
Which maybe means it
Could
might
be
go.
high.
It may go for higher than you think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
keep it high.
85. That's what I'm saying.
Now I'm going up. I'm going up to 55.
Unless they chose OBO.
55.
I'm gonna stick at $30.
Dom,
I said 95.
Wookie says this
95.
is the entire set. I guess
we got 75. No, this is the entire set. Then I don't know.
What Wookie says.
85.
150.
Wow.
150.
On the next slide, though, we gotta go to the next slide.
Did I get that?
Next slide.
I said
Just left
95.
side.
Woo.
Wow.
That's it.
That's it.
All right, that's it. Well, thank you, Wookie, again for
Yeah,
our
Wookie,
second
that's
one.
great.
Appreciate. Hopefully, somebody put in the comments what we're supposed to be covering next week below, because if they didn't, and I think
High
it was
Republic
Chico,
first phase.
High Republic.
I'm not going to, guys.
I,
I'm not
I
going
looked
to.
up today. I know you don't like to do store exclusives.
Yeah.
There was one of these store exclusives that were limited to 600 copies. A
Mhm.
9.8 sold today, or like
Mhm.
recently. $10.
We can do
Was
store
it the,
exclusives if we want.
$10. What are those?
Yeah.
What?
$10.
Was it
Night 8 of a limited to
Is it
600.
I mean, when I saw the Mayu, I was thinking about doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, there's some. I mean, there's a lot of stores that like that's the one. The story that people don't ever tell is like store exclusives. There's a lot of stores that went defunct, like they're not around anymore. And you know, I mean, that's the story of all store exclusives. Like if you're doing store exclusives, 9 times out of 10, if you're doing them regularly, you won't be here in 10 years.
But also, Matt,
That's
I mean,
facts.
how many store exclusives did that book have? Like that matters, right?
Oh,
You know, a book has
30 store exclusive?
Yeah, if a book has 20 or 30 store exclusives out there.
Who was the Tate's on the East Coast? Is that the Northeast?
That's
Northeast.
Florida.
Okay,
Florida.
who's the one that was in
South-
Northeast that
Southeast.
used to do a ton? There's somebody in Northeast that used to do a ton too, and they used to do a lot of Star Wars, and they're out. They've been out for a while.
There's one shop up in Canada, too.
Any suggestions for next week? Wookie wants to know.
Any suggestions for next week?
Hmm.
I do like that
For
Clone Wars
collectibles?
promo that I have behind me.
Clone Wars would be interesting.
Clone Wars would be good.
Yeah, something Clone Wars.
Yeah, Clone Wars.
Something Clone Wars, Wookie. That sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm glad
Let me
you're on
see.
summer break. It's been fun. Star Wars stationary? No.
No.
Always
Yeah, there's
stationary,
nothing
nothing else.
There's no such thing as resistance.
They're all $1.
No.
All $1. We all got 75 cents, 60 cents,
Not even.
82
Not
cents,
even.
1 penny.
Clone Wars works, he says. All right, cool.
All right.
All right, well, thank you everybody for that. I'll chapter this whenever I get some time, which I've been chaptering lately. It seems like people like that. So we'll keep going with what we're doing because I guess you like it. So
We're
Thank you.
going to be reviewing the book next week, too.
I will say this: Go USA. I watched the other game too. They're playing Honduras now. I think we got a victory on our way. Knock on wood. And screw Lexi Lawless. First off, change your Wikipedia page. Stop telling you people that you're of Greek descent. You changed your name anyways, and don't ever tell anybody you're from the great state of Michigan ever again. Thank you very much. You have been ejected from those two things.
Did he
You're a
still have the
scumbag,
long
and you hate the
hair?
USA.
If
Did he
anybody,
finally cut his hair yet?
Yes, and he's a douchebag.
if anybody's going to be at Denver Fan Expo, that's this weekend. I'll be there. I
Oh,
don't know if I can
nice.
be there, but yeah, I'll
There's
be
a
there.
Denver
Comic
Fan
Well,
Con.
good. Get some coverage. Get some footage. Who's going to be? Wait, hold on now. Let's see who's going to be at Denver Fan Expo. I know who is Mile High.
Not how
It's,
people are always there, but they actually don't do much there because they just
Yeah,
everybody goes to their store whenever they get there. But
The question is, who will go as Nub's cosplay?
no, I'm not. I
That'd be
did
hilarious.
tell the wife if she made me a costume, I would wear it, but she didn't make me one.
Just paint your face blue.
Yeah,
We-
thank God.
I wish we knew ahead of time. Like,
Paint
I
your
would have
face blue. Put your hair out.
done
Hold
like
on.
a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter campaign to get you to go. Nubs.
All right, Dan. Let's look at the internet real quickly for 15 minutes. You've got some stars going for Denver Fan Expo.
You didn't do any polls either.
Huh? Oh yeah, we haven't done polls in a couple weeks. We can get back to polls a little bit. Hold on. I'm kind of tired. Like I said,
Who is
a
the
long time.
guest of honor at Denver Fan Expo?
I'm trying to share the screen, and
Probably William Shatner.
I'm really exhausted, and you asking me questions is making my head melt. So
Oh,
Stop
sorry for
saying
asking
stuff.
you a question.
stop saying stuff and just let me get there. No, except all no,
Yes,
no.
the dead air will sound so much better than me talking.
Okay, no, you're doing great. But the guy who's going to Fan Expo doesn't know who's showing up at Fan Expo.
No, it's a bunch of. I mean, there's some Star Wars people there.
Okay, let's
But
see
John-
who we've got. John Cena. You can't see me.
me.
Brendan Fraser, the guy from the Wool. I know that. I'll say the guys, and I won't look at their thing. I'll use this.
Encino Man himself?
Yeah. The guy that played Finn.
Yep.
Who the heck is that
Grant. I have no clue.
Dustin, he was
Black
a Flash.
TV
From,
show.
the TV
Oh,
show.
he was the CVW
Okay.
Flash.
Who's
I was
the young
William
dude here?
Shatner is going to be here.
William
William
Shatner.
He's
Mike
William
Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
Hey,
Oh, hey,
Oh,
speaking
Bruce
of great
Campbell.
Michiganders, Bruce Campbell. Yep. Evil Dead. I knew that.
Jason Isaac.
Jason
Another Star Wars
Isaac.
guy.
No clue.
He was Grand Inquisitor
Yeah.
in Rebels.
Yeah, Rebels.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yep.
that's
There you go. You got a couple Star Wars guys. Oliver Phelps.
the kid might want Jason Isaac's signature.
Is
I'll think about that one.
Oliver Phelps Michael Phelps' brother? Less talented brother?
Maybe
I don't know.
for all I
He
know,
doesn't look-
Who's James Phelps?
another one of the Mike
His brothers.
brothers.
His brother.
Ah, Yay. I know Alan.
Yeah,
He
we
is
got
in Star Wars,
K2.
yeah.
We
Yeah,
got K2.
Mhm. I
Indiana
thought this guy's
Jones?
dead. John Ramus is not
I
dead.
don't know who
He's
that
not
is.
dead. He's still
He's
signing
the
autographs.
guy. He's the guy
Gimli.
in
Indiana Jones and Sliders.
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. He
Oh.
backstabs him. Brandon Ruth. Apparently he played a Superman.
Yeah,
He was in
got three
Legends of
Supermen.
Tomorrow. That's all I remember.
Tom.
Nolan, Smallville.
He was Superman
I didn't
Return
never saw
Superman.
that.
Oh yeah,
That's
good
what it
old,
is.
good old.
Oh, so it's like this is the whole grouth
We
here.
got all the Supermen.
Ashley Green was somebody.
Yeah,
in
Twilight. She was one of the vampires.
Twilight,
Yeah, I don't know who that is. I never watched Twilight.
Really? I was surprised.
Hey, there goes Manny Bassetto.
Yep, I can get mayonnaise. I get the strangers.
Oh, the
Signature.
stranger. Oh, that's the guy.
Yeah,
that's the guy.
Okay.
That's like a young picture of him, but yeah, that's the guy.
Okay. He doesn't have the long hair. I don't know if the ladies still like him without the long hair. I don't know. Tim Dale.
Law.
Yeah, I love
Law,
Wings.
also
Shit,
Major
he
League.
doesn't look good.
Major
He
League.
looks really old.
We got Spike.
Who's this turd with the
Spike.
shaved eyebrows?
That's
Spike
Spike
from
from
Buffy.
Buffy the
Yeah,
Vampire
Spike.
Slayer.
Jennifer Bale.
Oh yeah, Dean Cain there too. You
Dean
got
Cain,
four
we got all the
Supermen.
Supermen.
Yeah, like
Oh,
all the
Superman.
Superman, yeah.
What do you think George Newburn's been?
Jennifer Beals. She was what's her name, right? In
Jennifer
Yes.
Beals.
Yeah, she's
Yeah, Jared
Darcy
Bills,
Whip.
Flash Dancers, and freaking Book of Boba Fett.
yeah, Boba Fett signature right there for
Was
you,
she?
Dom.
Yeah.
Was she in there?
She is the
Yeah, she
Twilight.
was
Twilight.
the Twilight.
bar owner.
Twilight from
Oh,
Angel.
okay.
Yeah.
Boba Fett.
Everybody just talk over each other. That works well.
The bar
All right,
owner.
George Newburn.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, Rob. This
We know Rob
how's
Schneider.
this
Oh,
fucking
God.
douche signing anything?
Rob Schneider.
What?
big
You
Trump
can
fan.
do it. That's like your claim to fame.
Oh man.
You
Oh,
can
He's
do
a,
it.
he's a big trumper
Wait.
too.
You
Yeah.
didn't like the animal?
He doesn't have. Why does it also look like he's got a fucking unibrow? This guy looks like a complete douche.
He looks
I'm
like
George,
a picture.
I'm not getting sick unless the kid wants to sing.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Oh, hey, that's all I do is just walk up to that dude, and just keep going. You can do it. The hot chick. What the fuck terrible movie is that? He was on Saturday Night Live. No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was. He was.
What?
supposed to-
He was.
He
yeah.
was.
He was a long
A long
time.
time ago.
Hey, Waterboy, you can do it.
I don't know any of these Twilight people.
Well, Hook. Hook for the TV for the movie Hook.
Oh, so this is all Twilight people.
Twilight, and then you got what's his name, John Harris. He was in the Mummy, the Shield, Spartacus. Also,
I can read.
I don't know that.
Also
Oh, there we
what?
got somebody from that
Who's
guy's
he in
picture is not
Spartacus?
changing.
Oh yeah,
50 years.
he was the husband. He wasn't he.
There's a lot of people from the Mummy too.
yeah, he
Was
was.
he?
He was the
is he
guy.
the Warrior Prince's husband?
He was the brother. He was the brother,
Wow.
and he was going by like.
It must be a Smallville reunion because, like, come on,
And
now.
Twilight
that guy's
one,
picture
too.
is from when he was
And
Smallville
Twilight.
25 years ago.
And what's her name? They're in the middle. It's on the Flash, right?
Yeah,
It
she's
must
black.
be the Mummy too. It's Flash, Mummy, and Smallville. That's what they're doing.
and Twilight.
Oh
Fuck
Jesus,
Twilight.
this guy. This
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
guy's not gonna be there.
He bit
That
somebody.
fucking guy's not gonna be there.
He might cancel. Did
You
you see the video?
cannot bite people, motherfucker.
Did you see the
Like,
video where she's like, "You bit me." He goes, "I apologize. I didn't know what I was doing."
Dom,
Keep
I'm gonna
more
tell you
than
this.
his distance from
Dom,
him.
I'm gonna tell you this. Don't bite. Oops, I shouldn't have done that.
Don't bite.
Don't bite fucking people. Okay,
I don't
just-
bite anybody.
ever. Don't.
Listen, I don't have to bite
bite
anybody. If I have to punch them in their face because they're morons, I'll do that.
Dom, don't bite.
Let's do it, baby.
people. I
Listen,
don't think
I
you're
don't bite.
kidding
I
me.
punch if I have to, man.
Yeah, no, I don't
For those
think.
who
she's-
don't know, Martin
if she's
Martin
hot-
Coe was accused of biting a co-star who tapped him on the shoulder. and-
Not accused. He bit her. There's evidence. And how there's not enough
Accused,
men in
'cause I
this
didn't
world
see
to
him.
knock that dude out for that is beyond me, dude. Just beyond me. It didn't happen in Michigan because we would have
No,
knocked
you
him out.
should have
for that
nibbled
out
on a
here.
tibble.
No, you don't touch
the dude
people
on
you
that?
don't know.
Man,
Yeah, they did,
Emily,
like, all
whatever.
CW
all the
people.
Flash stuff.
Yeah.
All flash people.
Tom.
What's his name from
Carlos? I
on the
don't
Flash?
know.
There were
Lucas
people
Lucas
missing from
Gabe.
the
Oh, dude, what
CW.
is this turd sack ever been in?
Why is somebody from High School Musical like a featured guest? Like,
Yeah.
what's going on here?
That's the dude from high school. That's
That's
your
not-
favorite show.
Who is this guy? Brandon YouTuber?
He's a YouTuber.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
yeah, they have YouTubers now.
Tom, you need to do the circuit.
I know.
Get Shredder's
Wait,
autograph.
was this the no? Who was this guy in Walking Dead?
Well, he Walking Dead. He figured he was
Abraham or whatever.
Who?
he was what's his name? He got bashed in the head by friggin' Negan.
Oh, I got
Abraham.
all these turtles for you, Dom.
Abraham. He keeps saying
Abraham. Yeah, and also he was in the new Superman show. He was the
Dude,
electric.
they got Shredder.
They got
Yeah.
Shredder.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Hey, did you
All
ever
the
see what happened
turtles.
to the original costumes? How they like melted and stuff? That sucks.
They also couldn't move.
Arrested Development, please.
Mikey. Oh, they have all the Ninja Turtles there. Wow. Okay.
I got some more
Who's that
Arrow
on the
and
left or the right. I mean,
we got more
Ooh,
Arrow.
I don't
and-
know. She's in Critical Role. Isn't that the D&D game?
oh yeah. I know who she's in.
I don't know who she was in Miss Marvel.
Oh, we got what's his name from Glim or Grim
Who's that?
or whatever that guy is. Yeah,
Oh, the Flash.
Grim.
Kansas.
Oh, Grimm. Yeah. Arrow and Dexter. Okay. Oh, look, you got this dude.
Dr.
Yeah,
Kirschman.
I see that guy's
Dr.
signature.
Kirschman. Dr.
Nope.
Kirschman.
Ain't gonna do it.
Another person from the Mummy.
Yep.
Well, does anybody even know what this is at the end?
No.
Creator of Hell,
I have no idea.
whatever.
Oh, the Has Been Hotel. The Has Been Hotel, awesome show on
cartoon.
Prime. I love that show.
Of course you
Hey,
do.
my
Some
wife-
dude named Hudson. That's just a
How
musician.
many, how many people
this
in that
looks like-
show barely wear clothes, Dom?
Where?
In the show that you love on
Has
It's
Amazon.
a
Been
cartoon.
Hotel.
It's an animated
like
cartoon
a
that's
kid's-
cursing.
it's
There's a lot of. It's about heaven and hell. It has been
It's like
hotel.
a
a lot of
really
cursing, fake boobies.
kids cartoon.
It's a good. It's me and my wife.
Dude, hey, tell me this dude Hudson doesn't look like the asshole that breaks out a fucking guitar at a campfire. And he just calls himself a musician.
I'll kill
That's-
you like I killed the guitar.
Aw,
Like, I killed the guitar.
Ernie
Oh,
Hudson,
Ernie. Wait, how long's Ernie been dead?
he's not dead.
He's not dead.
Oh,
Yo, he's
shit.
85 years old in great shape. That dude. What are you talking about?
He's been dead for like 7 years.
Now look, freaking waves. Look, Sticks is pissed off because Jodie Whittaker from one of the
I
doctors
thought he's
from
been dead
Doctor
for a
Who.
couple of years.
Jeez, what are you
I
talking about?
wasn't even joking. I was like, when the fuck did they book this? Like, guy's been dead for a couple of years. Oh shit, that sucks. This what the fuck is this dog?
That's the
I have no
dog from
idea what that is.
that's the
Deadpool
dog from
but who
freaking Wolverine.
cares?
Deadpool.
All right, they gotta tell us where these people are. I don't know where Jodie Whittaker's from.
She's from Doctor Who. One of the
Uh,
doctors.
Why?
Of
Who's Mindip Gill?
I don't
Sticks
know.
will be crushed.
Yeah.
And
Sticks.
who is
Who's
Judas
Peggy the
here?
dog?
Peggy the dog's
Peggy
from
the dog.
uh,
That's the dog from
the
Wolverine.
dog
and
from
Deadpool.
Deadpool.
That's the dog they
Deadpool.
had.
Oh.
Deadpool.
Oh my
Dog
god,
Did the dog die?
dude, that guy's not dead for real.
Now look at all the Superman. You got the actor, the voice actor. You have all these Supermen that freaking are going to be there. Get an
Who
autograph.
cares?
There's all the Twilight people.
Master of Cosplay. Yeah, who cares on that too? Ah, that's
I
nice.
mean,
Cowabunga,
all the
man.
Twilight people except for the stars of Twilight.
Fan fucking Expo really sucks. If you have this, they really are.
There is no Star Wars authors coming. None.
See?
Oh, there you go.
Where the heck is
Six
William
authors.
Shatner?
I'm
I'm going
Con-
towards.
what is
Hold
it?
on, comics. No, I want guests and I want comic guests. Wait,
Comic
guests?
creators.
Okay, let's see. Oh my god,
Okay.
Art Gem. Okay. Scott Snyder. Okay. Capullo. Okay. Oh, Joey Q making the circuit. Joey Q. All right. Hey, I'll tell you this. What's his name? Corbin dragged me to Christopher Priest panel. I sat through some of it. It was pretty good. Jay Lee. They got some good names here. Clayman. All right. All right. All right. All right. A lot of garbage. Okay.
Everything's on.
Oh, what? Zon's going. You didn't tell us about that.
Yeah, I forgot. I'll get
Why
that.
don't you talk to him? Why
No,
don't you get him
you
on the
didn't.
show?
I'll
He
talk
didn't
to him.
Mm,
You think he's gonna come on the show?
Yeah,
I'll
he
give him a
will.
card.
No.
Hey, go
I
talk
don't
to Heather
want this
Antos.
on the show.
Hey, I'll tell you something to say to Heather Antos. Maybe we can get her on too.
Okay.
I knew her when she was a kid. I mean, she's still young, but she actually is the creator of. Ask her this. 2 questions. One, I hear that you're a creator of Dr. Aphra, and she will tell you the story of how she created Dr. Aphra. And then number 2, ask her how she snuck all her D&D friends into. What book did she sneak? Star Wars comic. Did she sneak all of her D&D friends' names into the book?
Okay.
She'll be
Will
like,
do.
how do you know all this shit? And then I will tell you who I am. Then you can tell her who I am, and then she'll be like, oh, okay.
I'm never talking to you again.
No, she was a kid. I mean, she
I
really
don't know
was a
who
kid.
this
Roast Bash.
Julie guy is, but
Who?
that Vader person. I
How
don't
the
know.
heck are the regular content creator guests different from special content creator guests?
Oh, here's my boy Larry. Dude, this guy's awesome. Larry's awesome. Go talk to Larry too, by the way.
Okay.
Great dude. Great dude. He did a lot of stuff with X-Men 95, like the original one. He did a lot of the animated stuff like that. Actually, had him one time. He's a big Jim Shooter fan, and I handed him a couple books with my partner, and I was like, hey, who's your favorite animated X-Men series? author, and he's like Larry Houston, and Larry Houston was sitting in my booth digging through like stuff, and then the guy's like, I was like, oh yeah, you like Larry, so like if you got to see him, you'd be like, dude, sweet. He's like, yeah, if I ever ran into him, yeah, I'd say what's up to him. He's cool. He's like, by the way, why is this guy digging in books? I go, well, that's Larry Houston digging books in our booth. Like Larry was digging right next to us while I say this.
Awesome.
Larry's like, hi, nice to meet you. I'm Larry Houston, and he's really cool about it too. Greg Land drawing porno, but this time they didn't show one of his porno things, unless maybe that is a porno that he's drawing there. I don't know.
No, there's no way with Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, you don't know. Hey, my man.
I like Greg Land. I got Greg Land books over here.
Yeah, no doubt you do. I bet you do. Yeah. That hey. On the list of things that I believe, yes, I believe that.
We all believe it.
Yep. I
That's a Greg Land book right there.
Fucking Dom gets creepy.
Hobgoblin with Spider-Man right there. Greg Land.
Okay.
No.
Return
Yeah.
Ah, Swaby. I don't like him really, but I know Pete does.
You got Marvel Zombie.
Oh, crazy Arthur Sudan. Oh, how crazy. Dude, Wayseeker, you'll love Sudan.
Look, a Boba Fett picture.
Okay.
Shit crazy, dude. Also appearing. Daniel Scott Jr. Who's that?
Don't know.
No clue.
Somebody drew Boba Fett.
No clue.
Does some,
Okay. Donna Rosa. This has got a lot. Jimmy. Wait. Ooh. Oh my God. Andrew the Guy Gilchrist? Legend, dude. Serious legend. Dude, that guy gets huge checks off the Muppets. He drew Muppet Babies, and he actually gets points on it. Like creator points, dude.
Muppet Babies was a great cartoon that they can't put on now because there's too much stuff in it that people.
He still chain smokes too, but he tries to hide it because a lot of his fans are the boys, stuff like that. So, but he's great. He is absolutely great. Star Wars. Somebody worked for Star Wars and Lucasfilms.
Joe Caroni. I don't know who that is.
You keep saying you're going to this in a week, and you know none of these people or anything about it.
I'll do it this week.
Star Trek and artwork books still.
Yeah, I don't care about this person.
X-Files.
Dude, hey, if there's somebody who has Star Wars in their titles when we go to con, like didn't even do anything, like read a Star Wars book one time, you're like, why did you go talk to them? You don't care.
I don't care.
Another illustrator. Yeah, now the foot's on the other shoe. You don't give a shit. Cancel guests. See anybody? No.
The foot's on the other shoe.
I like Aaron. Aaron Leffler's one of like my favorite.
John Boy Myers. He's good.
She has amazing Star Wars art. She's great. She'd be a fun one to get on the show.
No offense. John Boy Myers is a nice guy.
Yeah.
I just don't like his.
Not a fan of his style.
Yeah, I mean, he was in line too. Like, I actually not a fan of his humor either. To be honest with you, he thinks he's funny. I don't think he's funny.
Yes, we did. We did, Sticks. No, we had dinner with Arthur Sundin.
Arthur Sudan, yes.
We did it with tacos.
Yeah, Arthur Sudan.
I think authors.
I have to clarify the Arthur Sudan stuff. I understand he's an asshole and he's an asshole. I get it. But like I also treat him like he's an asshole, and he's okay with that because he understands he's an asshole. So I love the train wreck that is him. It's not like, I mean, yes, we had dinner with him, but it wasn't even like we purposely had dinner with him. He just like was like, oh yeah, he's like, hey Marco, and he's like sitting. They sat next to us and started eating, and I'm like, yeah, okay, cool, man. Like, yeah, okay, Arthur. And he was remember that he was eating, and he was spilling taco juice on the commission. That I was like, Arthur, dude, you're fucking spilling your food on this guy's thing. He was like, he's funny, dude. He's a disaster. He really is a walking disaster. Anyways, so I like him. I don't care. I mean, gaming stars. What's this?
Probably the voices of the stars.
Video games, I mean.
Video game voices.
Okay. Nobody from. Oh, is that? Yeah. All right. Cool. Final Fantasy. Apex Legends. Okay. I didn't know Apex Legends had. Oh yeah, I guess they do. Then what else they have? Gaming stars and. Here you go, Dom.
Possibly. Yeah.
Possibly, yes.
Undead Toasty. Do you follow any of these people? No. All right. Well, that's good. Thank you, Wayseeker, for staying on the segment that you want us to do.
Exactly.
Bob. All right, that's all we got.
I mentioned it. I don't necessarily know that he wanted us to do it. There's a difference.
All right. Well, it should be a good con, so hopefully he does something. Yeah, thanks a lot, Wayseeker. Way to go, bud. While you're pottering your nose during your segment, we like it. Yeah, he's
too much
funny.
tea. Happens.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like, I understand, like, if you want a signature or him to do a piece of art for you or something, that's not our fault for liking him. That's your fault for having high expectations of just a gunner pirate, dude. And that's what he is. And if you know he is a gunner pirate, and if you know he is, then, you know, I mean, like,
look up this term and how old it is.
I'll try to talk. I'll spend some time with Zahn. I'll get a signature on
do
something.
that. Say what's up to Sedan. Say we miss him in Michigan, and we'll see him in Baltimore. Just stop eating tacos on people's commissions. And like, yeah, I mean, you know, that's a lot of those guests. I mean, it's like when everybody says, like, what's his name? The guy that did Green Lantern all the time. That was an asshole. God, he's dead. No, the one that did the drug issues with Green Arrow.
Oh, Neil Adams?
Neil Adams. He is a fucking huge asshole. That doesn't mean his art wasn't good. His art was good, but he's a jackass. So, no.
Yeah.
Later. That's all we got. RP, good to see you. Didn't see you earlier. Good to see you. Oh, Dungeons, good to see you too. Peggy, all right, cool. That's it. We're saying goodbye. Thank you.